Welcome into the era of AI. Hello and welcome. In this course, you're going to master how to use CapCut as well as AI video editing. You must have never heard about AI video editing, but this is the perfect opportunity because in this course, we're going to teach you about AI video editing. And there is a lot that you're about to master during this particular course. You've made the good decision by choosing this course. You will be taught by me. Let me present myself quickly. My name is Rowan Hamza. I'm a best-selling international instructor in the field of AI, ChatGPT, and generally artificial intelligence in general. I'm an expert in video editing and image generation models, video generation using AI, and so on and so forth. And in this course, you're about to master all of the package. Everything that makes me an expert in video editing, AI video editing that is going to be transferred onto you. I'm going to transfer all the skills that I have from years of experience in video editing, 6+ years of experience as a digital marketer, having started back in 2019. And even before then, I was reading a lot of books and doing a lot of things online. And I'm doing this full time as an online entrepreneur with 2 companies. So hopefully that you are going to enjoy this course, and let's dive right into it, shall we? Hello and welcome. In this lecture, we're going to go ahead and introduce you to the CapCut AI video editing masterclass. Now, we're also going to utilize ChatGPT's power to generate script, in some cases also to generate images. For the most part, we're going to utilize pretty much any tool that we can find. There's a lot of AI tools. I'm going to introduce you to the best of them. Now, what to expect is what we're about to do, about to set expectations for you. So for instance, here, you're looking at a video that was created via AI, CapCut, ChatGPT to write the script, special effects, music, everything in between. Let me go ahead and show you how this looks like.
Welcome to a realm where digital dreams turn into dazzling realities. Imagine a powerhouse that transforms every click like alchemy into golden opportunities. This isn't just marketing, it's the art of funnel mastery, and you're about to become the maestro. Picture this, your business, no matter its size or scope, thriving in a digital universe. A universe where your online presence isn't just a space. It's a magnetic force, drawing in leads, engaging hearts, and opening wallets. Here's where the magic happens. With cutting-edge AI tools and a touch of creative genius, we don't just build funnels, we engineer legacies. We're not talking about mere websites or landing pages. We're crafting digital ecosystems that breathe life into your brand and rain profits into your lap. With a legacy of over 5 years, crowned as a best-selling funnel architect, and leading an army of 176,000 plus digital warriors, our expertise is your ticket to the big leagues. This isn't just about setting up a system. It's about igniting a perpetual engine of success. Are you ready to leap into a future where your digital presence doesn't just exist but explodes in a spectacular symphony of success? Let's turn your vision into an unstoppable force. Join us, and let's build not just funnels, but futures.
All right, so that was one video. Now you can see that the voiceover there is actually my own voice clone, which I can show you how to do. We're just setting the expectations here. Here are some other interesting things you can do using AI. So let me show you.
Welcome into the future of digital marketing with AI to capture customers like never before. Introducing our AI-powered trailer creation service. Perfect for courses, memberships, and high-ticket items. Capture attention with stunning visuals. Crafted by AI experts and marketing gurus. Ideal for influencers and thought leaders. Engage with your audience like never before. Stand out in a crowded digital space. Turn views into sales effortlessly. We are AI experts with best-selling AI courses worldwide. World-class and versatile AI video editing for any digital product. Create an emotional connection with your audience. Are you ready to elevate your brand? Join the ranks of top AI digital marketers and wizards. We will ensure that every trailer is a masterpiece. Our process is seamless and collaborative.
Make your brand irresistible with the latest AI tools.
So what are you waiting for?
Contact us today so that we can help you use AI to get more customers.
As you can see right there, that's actually pretty interesting. Here we have another one, and we can play some of it.
Are you still paying $200 for a blog post? It is time for a reality check. In a digital age, bleeding money on outdated methods is no longer acceptable. Welcome to the era of ChatGPT, where efficiency meets innovation. Why depend on expensive writers when ChatGPT can revolutionize your content? With the right prompts, internalize your entire content creation, saving you time and money. No more over-reliance on freelancers. Gain control with ChatGPT's tailor-made solutions. Don't just take our word for it. Witness the transformation from our satisfied clients. From excessive spending to economical scaling, see the power of ChatGPT in action. Your business can thrive too. Unleash potential with custom ChatGPT integration. Join businesses worldwide in embracing this AI-driven success. Are you ready to transform your business and stop the financial bleed? Embrace the future now. Step into efficiency, innovation, and profitability with us. Your journey to extraordinary begins here. And trust us, there is no cost unless you make money. No sales, no charge. So please, contact us to unleash your business's true potential. Imagine creating high-quality SEO-optimized content effortlessly every single day. With ChatGPT, your digital marketing is not just efficient, it is revolutionary. From engaging blog posts to captivating social media campaigns, all at a fraction of the cost. No more delays, no more exorbitant freelancer fees, just pure streamlined efficiency. This isn't just about saving money, it's about taking your business to unprecedented heights. With our tailored ChatGPT solutions, your business will not just compete, it will lead. Join the ranks of visionary entrepreneurs who are already reaping the benefits. The future is here, and it's powered by AI. So are you on board? Let's redefine what's possible in your business. Together, we can create a new standard of excellence. Don't wait for change. Be the change, embrace ChatGPT, and transform your business today. Contact us now. Let's unlock your business's full potential together.
All right, so I can go on and on and on. And these are some examples of some shorts that I'm going to show you how you can create using CapCut as well. I can take the example of this one, for instance. Let me show you.
Do you want to know how people start a faceless YouTube channel using AI? In this lecture, I'm going to show you the secret. Use ChatGPT to write the script, 11 Labs to generate the voiceovers, and then take some screen recordings from some movies, gather all in CapCut, and create a YouTube short like the one that you're about to watch right now.
Ever wondered why Bilbo reacts so strongly when Smaug says precious? Let's debunk this in 60 seconds. Notice Smaug emphasizing precious 3 times. This triggers a memory in Bilbo. It reminds him of Gollum, who also obsessively called the ring precious. It's a cinematic hint that the ring tied to Sauron manipulates its bearer's fears and memories. Bilbo removing the ring symbolizes his struggle against its dark influence. And that's the hidden depth in this epic Bilbo-Smaug encounter. Subscribe for more Middle-earth mysteries.
I hope that you liked this one. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next video.
And this is another example of the same video.
Would you like to know a secret tip to make affiliate commissions on ClickBank round the clock? There's a secret for you. But before we dive into that, make sure you hit that button and subscribe, and let's dive right into it. So the first thing is first go to ClickBank and choose a niche. Here we have this infamous program called PureVive that pays $131 per commission for every sale. The secret way to promote this is to use AI to create video reviews about this program, such as this one, 3 minutes. In order for you to create such a video, go to ChatGPT and use it to generate the script for the video. Then you would want to use 11 Labs to transform that script into a voiceover. And then you want to combine everything into a video created using CapCut. Once you're done, go back into ChatGPT and ask it to generate the description for the video as well as the title and tags. And use Canva to create the thumbnail for your video. And for more information, we have a 44-minute tutorial on our YouTube channel in the description of this video that you can go ahead and check. Make sure that you subscribe and wait for our news.
All right, so these are some videos. Now in the second lecture, we're going to introduce you to B-roll. What exactly is B-roll, And let's get that out of the way because you need to understand the technicalities of editing. When you hear B-roll, you have to understand what B-roll is. And that's exactly what we're going to go ahead and explain in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this lecture right here, I'm going to show you and explain CapCut or B-roll in general, okay? So what exactly is B-roll? Well, B-roll are videos, right, that you can use in your video. So you see, a video is not just composed of one big video. If you take a 2-minute trailer that is, let's just say, aimed at promoting a specific course or a program or whatever that might be, it is composed of so many small videos. Every 5 to 10 seconds, there is a different B-roll, a different video. B-roll meaning video asset, okay? And there's many ways as to how you can get assets. So the safest places where you can get assets is Canva by getting videos, stock videos from Canva. And the better is if you have Canva Pro membership, but still there's some videos that you can use for free. Then there is Pixabay. Pixabay is also a place where we can go and get some videos. They're called stock videos as well, and we can get them from Pixabay. YouTube, for the most part, if you're interested to get some footage from a specific podcast or a movie, even though in this course we're not going to use YouTube. And Leonardo AI can also help us when it comes to creating videos. I'll show you how. Midjourney can also help us when it comes to creating images. And by the way, images can also be used as a B-roll, right? Pika Labs is also a software that we're going to discuss, which can help you create videos. And then there's Runway ML, which can also help you create videos. And Kyber AI, all of whom are AI tools that can be utilized for the most part to create videos. So that's pretty much it for video assets. But as of now, we're going to have to move on to the next video because we're going to explain about the SFX sound effects. Now, as far as the video assets, I just have one thing I would like to show you before we move. And we're going to go to Canva and Pixabay so that I can show you how you can get assets from there. So here I am inside of canva.com. If I click right here on create a design, I can actually go ahead over here and search for video. If you search for video, I would like you to pull the landscape size, which is 1920 by 1080, or this one as well. I'm going to go with this. Okay. And once you pick this, if you have a scene in mind, let's say that, okay, let me pretend that I am the voiceover now. Hello, I am an AI expert. Now this line here, I am an AI expert, you could find a befitting scene for this particular line, okay? And if we go to elements right here, and if we search for AI, then AI, a video about AI is a suitable video for that scene. And also depends on how large the scene is. So for example, if this is the sentence, if it's I'm an AI expert, I'm an international expert, this might be about 4 seconds, right? It only takes 4 seconds to say this. And so we need to find a matching footage, B-roll for that. So we could use these scenes here. There are free and pro. The free ones are the ones that don't have the pro tag on them. And the pro ones are the ones that have the pro tag. For example, this one is free, okay? And it is 19 seconds, basically. And you can basically deactivate the sound like this. And what you can do as well, you can click on the playback option. You can speed it up. You can make it faster. You can speed it up twice, in which case what it's going to do, it's going to cut the length of the video by 2. And then you can go and crop it. If you only need 5 seconds, then you can just crop only 5 seconds. And there you have it. You've got 5 seconds, okay? Like this. And you can just go ahead and make sure you just click set video as background. Here's another trick that you can do in case you want to create a 5-second footage, but you want to make it variety. You want to add more scenes to one. Here's how you can do it. So let's say you have 5 seconds. Now I can add as much as three B-roll for that 5 seconds. So I can go, for instance, add 2 pages, and then add this robot, for example, and set the video to background, and then go to another page, this, for example, and then add another footage like this, for example, this other robot. Now, here you can see this is all 21.3 seconds. So we have to reduce this to lower than that. But before we do it, here in between the transitions, or in between the scenes, you have this add transition button, which I can click. And if I click on dissolve, I can apply a dissolve transition between these scenes. And now I can go, for example, to scene number 1, and I can cut it to less. Maybe just cut it to 1.7, done. And then go to the second scene. And then also here in the second scene, I can go to playback, and I can increase the video speed. And I can also here decrease the length of this to about maybe 2.1. And then I can go to the last one, and I can also do the same thing. I can go to video speed, increase the video speed to make it faster because they're so super slow. And then I can go ahead and decrease the length. And here, as you're decreasing, you can see this is now 5.3. And if you want to get it exactly at 5 seconds, just keep decreasing. But in other words, I would like to say sometimes it doesn't matter if you just make it exactly 5 seconds, because we still can cut the scenes inside of the video editor. So now this is a 5-second scene. And if I go full screen, this is what I call a freestyle. We will see many scenes just in 5 seconds. Okay. It's a mashup, right? So it's a mashup of scenes. And this can be extremely useful in case you want to add variety, you want to catch attention, because you have to understand that people have very short attention spans, and they generally speaking don't have much attention. Okay. And let's say you want to name this scene, for example, AI, B-roll, asset. If you want to download it, click on the share button, click on the download button, and then here you can download it as an MP4. In my case, because I have the pro membership of Canva, I can actually afford to download this in 4K. And I could be able to download it like this, in which case I just have to wait a couple of seconds. The video will be ready. As for Canva, if you would like to use Canva, as for Pixabay, I'm sorry. If you'd like to use Pixabay, then you can just search for Pixabay and you can add a video scene. All right, let's say you want a scene about AI. You can just say AI video, and you can hit the send button, in which case it's going to show you this result. You can go to others, but you can just stay with the first result. And here we have a lot of AI scenes that are related to AI that you can use as part of your video. All you need to do is to click on a scene if you like it, and then you can actually go ahead and just download this particular scene like so. And it will be downloaded as a video that you can utilize. And the good thing is that you have content license to use it in your videos. There are pro videos like these, which you need to buy. But to be honest with you, if I were you, I would get the Canva Pro membership, because it costs only about $50 a year, and you get access to every single video on Canva. And for the most part, most of the videos that you'll find on Pixabay, they exist on Canva. And even most of the pro videos like these, which if you click on, it will take you to iStock, and you'll find the cost is extremely huge. It's actually $12.8, right? But Canva is only $50, and you get access to as many assets as you want to get access to, right? Meaning you don't have to spend that much money, okay? And here is the other scene from Canva that we have created, the mashup. If I play it as a video, you will see it's starting to look pretty good. It doesn't have any sound to it because I made sure there is no sound. But generally speaking, if we want the video to have any sound, we can add sounds, voiceovers, SFX effects, and so on and so forth. And that brings us to the end of this particular lecture and the introduction to the next lecture, in which I'm going to show you how you can get SFX effects. Hello there and welcome. In this lecture right here, I'm going to explain to you how you can go ahead and get SFX sound effects. What exactly are SFX sound effects? They are the effects that you listen to, such as cash, money, when you listen to coins. For instance, if you listen to a dramatic entrance, there's a lot of effects out there, a lot of effects. The pop effect, the message effect, all of these effects, they add a ring to the video. They make it look more interesting. And if you remember the videos that I've basically shown you, like this one, which we can play, Just listen to some effects in the video.
Welcome into the future of digital marketing with AI to capture customers like never before. Introducing our AI-powered trailer creation service, perfect for courses, memberships, and high-ticket items. Capture attention with stunning visuals, crafted by AI experts and marketing gurus. Ideal for influencers and thought leaders. Engage with your audience like never before. Stand out in a crowded digital space. Turn views into sales effortlessly. We are AI experts with best-selling AI courses worldwide. World-class and versatile AI video editing for any digital product. Create an emotional connection with your audience. Are you ready to elevate your brand? Join the ranks of top AI.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause that. But you can see that these are really interesting effects, and they add a ring to the video. Now, how do we add them? Well, that's exactly what we're about to do. So I want you to go to Google. And search for SFX, Pixabay, and then add something such as lightning, for example. All right, so here, instead of AI video, I'm gonna go remove this. And here I'm gonna say lightning, SFX, sound, Pixabay. And here we have a bunch of links. I'm just gonna click on the first one on pixabay.com. And will you listen to it? This is the sound of thunder. And this can be added in the video, especially with a video effect, because CapCut offers a lot of effects for free that you can use, okay? And then we have this one, for instance, thunder. Let's listen to that one as well. Well, this is also another thunder, except for it's a bit harder than the previous one. And if you want more effects, think about what you want the effect for. So if you want, for example, cash register, you want the sound of the cash when someone is actually paying in the cash register. If you want that sound, you can actually go and find it like this. As you see, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of effects like this, and this, and this. There's a lot of ones, and depends on what you would like to choose. Let's say, for example, you want an effect of a boom, right? Boom SFX, which means a sound like a boom, you know? So here we have this one, for instance, which I can play. For example, this one as well. And so on and so forth. And these can be added to the video to make it better. For example, in transitions, sometimes we might want to use glitch. So the glitch transition works with the glitch sound effect. So if I go and look for glitch SFX, this is a popular one, right? It's used a lot. And if I were to click, you will listen to this. Like this one, for example. This one. All right, so as you can see, there's a lot of glitch effects, and you just have to have in mind what you want, and sometimes just go with your heart and go with what you kind of like. So now that we have explained pretty much the important elements of a video, now let's go ahead and get into action. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can install CapCut the right way. Stay tuned for the next video. Hello and welcome. In this lecture right here, I'm going to show you how you can download CapCut the right way. So without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? So I want you to go to google.com and then search for CapCut. Just search for CapCut. Now here, the first result that you're going to find is CapCut.com. Please, I want to make a disclaimer. Do not download CapCut from any other website besides CapCut.com, because CapCut.com was created by the company that created TikTok, or the parent company of TikTok. It was basically created for the sake of making it easier to create TikToks. And so it is for free. and it is equipped with a lot of effects and a lot of incredible elements that you wouldn't find on any other software and that you would have to pay for if you would want to use a software like Adobe Premiere and so on and so forth, which cost money. CapCut is for free for a reason because it's attached to TikTok. So they created it with the consideration that some people might want to create some TikTok videos, okay? Now, coming to the important element. If you download CapCut from any other link besides CapCut.com, then what you're going to do is you have a high risk of downloading CapCut ransomware, because there is a lot of people that have actually basically downloaded ransomware from these fake websites like this website right here and these other websites that tell you that you can download CapCut. Trust no other website than the official website. Let's get right into it. So here, for instance, CapCut.com, and you have these snippets, and here you have download CapCut desktop. So if you click here, it will take you precisely to the link where you would need to go, which is this, and just click on download for free, and it will kickstart the process of downloading CapCut onto your computer. Now you can use CapCut inside of the browser like this, but it's very different and not so good as compared to CapCut on your computer as an app. It's not the same, okay? So stick to CapCut on the computer. This one is good, but not as good as the one on the app, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and open CapCut on my computer. And so you can go ahead and make it, you can increase the size of the screen to make it bigger. And now you can go ahead and click on the create button to start a CapCut project. I would also like to point out that there is a pro version of CapCut. There are multiple plans, and you don't necessarily need to use it because for the most part, you can just use the free version and it's as good as the pro version, except for the pro comes along with a couple of advantages. That's why I'm using a pro version. If you ever want to go to the pro version, you can click right here and you can actually basically become a pro member, okay? All right, sorry for that noise. Now I'm gonna close that for a second. So this is the CapCut dashboard, the interface. I'm going to take it slowly and introduce you to every single element at every point. So we're gonna have to teach you how to navigate this, which might seem daunting at the beginning, but after this course, it will no longer be daunting. Stay tuned for I'll see you next video. Well, hello and welcome. In this lecture, I'm going to explain to you how to navigate the CapCut interface because we need to explain it in detail. And we're going to start with the first element, which is the import feature inside of CapCut. So without further ado, let's go and explain that. So the import feature inside of CapCut is this feature that you can see right over here, which can allow you to import pretty much anything you would like to import: video, image, audio, sound effect, any kind of thing you want. So let me go ahead, for example, and click on the import option right here. So I have this particular trailer that I created not too long ago, and it's for one of the courses that I own. And here I can go ahead and import a video, right? So this is what we call a B-roll. So if I add the B-roll, you'll be able to see the B-roll right over there. That's a video. And one thing is I can click right over here and I can import something else. So for example, I can go ahead and import the audio that goes along with that video. This is an audio. I'm going to teach you how you can generate audios using AI in a couple of minutes, of course, deep inside the course. And I can also upload other things, such as a sound effect. So for instance, here we have this particular cash register sound effect. And the thing is, I can drag these. So this is the video, and I want you to pay very careful attention. So this is the video. If I were to drag this video, it will automatically take place in the cover. The cover is the first layer of B-roll. Here, you can notice that at any point in time, you can actually mute. So if you'd like to mute this video, you can mute it by clicking on mute. And now even if I play it, it already doesn't have an audio, but if it has an audio and you want to mute the audio, just click on mute right over there and you can mute the audio. You can unmute. If you don't want this to appear, in the editing, you can click here on this, and this will become invisible, right? So the track will hide, it will be hidden. Now, you can move the track along here easily, and you can actually even move it to the top if that's what you want. And you notice that when we moved it to the top, automatically it has created another B-roll. And here I can also mute the track, I can also lock the track, I can also hide the track. I can do all these things. I can undo them like this. And I can also go back in time. So you can go back in time by using this particular undo element right here, which if I just click on like this, it will start to undo the things that I did in the past. So you can see it's like coming back in time, right? Okay. And one other thing is that when I move this in the cover, notice that it's going to snap back like that. Even if I move it here in the cover, as long as I'm in the cover, it's going to snap. But if I move it right here on top of the cover, I can move it whatever I want, and it doesn't snap. It only snaps here at the cover, and that is because right over here, I basically have enabled this particular snap magnet. If I disable it, now I can move this wherever I want. And as you can see, it didn't snap back. But if as long as I activate the magnet, it will snap right back in, okay? These other elements are also important, but they're not going to be necessary for you. Now, I'm going to explain only one of them, which is the axis. So for instance, notice that here I have this axis. As long as I'm hovering, I'm not clicking, but I'm just hovering. And you can see I have that axis over there. And whenever I want to put this particular axis, I can just click and it will move it, but it will not move it past the length of the scene. So if the scene is this long, it will not be able to actually move it to more than that. So it will just limit it to the length, okay? And if I were to move the scene here, it will snap back. If I were to turn off the magnet, I can move the scene wherever I want and it doesn't snap back. And now I can move my cursor right here because now the scene ends here. I hope you get the point. Now, if I turn the magnet, you can see that that moves with it. If I go back in time, it will come back over here and I can put the magnet, I can put the axis there. And as soon as I turn off on the magnet, you will see that it will basically come back over there. Now, one other thing here is that you can always zoom to fit the timeline, which is going to help you out to see more details about your project. You can always zoom in extra detail, which means that you're going to start seeing frame by frame, image by image, because a video, I have to tell you, a video is nothing more than images attached to each other's, image after an image after an image, because all a camera does is it takes pictures in a speed. We call it frames per second. And so basically, a camera can take a video for up to 60 frames per second, which means that it can take up to 60 images per second, all right? That's what frames means. And so all the camera does is it takes a picture and another picture and another picture and another picture, and it just loops them, right? It just loops them and creates a scene, all right? Which then shows as a video. It's nothing, basically it's nothing more than a camera, right? A camera that takes videos or that takes images and creates a video based on those images because it takes a lot of frames. And it seems like it is in real time, but it's not really. It's just taking photos and looping all of them together. I can move my cursor and you can see that the scene is moving accordingly. Now this is a pre-edited scene, which means that I added some effects to it, which I can show you how to do. And of course, like I said, you can zoom in, zoom out if you'd like to see more. Other interesting things about CapCut is that you can add voiceover. So let me show you. If I were to drag this particular voiceover, the voice or the audio will immediately drag underneath the cover. I'd like to repeat, when you drag the voiceover right here, even if you put it here, it will automatically take its place underneath the cover, And as you can see, that's the audio right over here. So you can see now we have a voiceover. The video obviously doesn't have a voice. And if we want to listen, let's listen.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this into fortunes, making countless sales from creations that customers love?
Okay, so you can see that not only have we now have a scene, but we also have a scene with an audio. And by the way, this voiceover, you can always click here to hide or to mute the track. If I play it right now, because the audio is no longer there, it will mute it.
Sales from creation.
Now I can unmute it. And by the way, another thing you need to know about B-roll or video assets is that if a video asset has sound, it is practical to always right-click on the video. And there's a button here which is extract audio from video, which I can show you. And that would lead us to import another scene that has an audio to it. So for instance, I can go right here and I can just take one of the scenes like this. This scene has an audio to it. It's 15 seconds. If I drag this, number one, I have to explain to you, is that notice what's going to happen. The scene that's shown right now is not the scene below. It's not the scene on the cover. It's the scene that's on top of it. So you can see that the scene that we see is the scene on top, not the below. And from here, because the scene starts from here, if you play the cursor from here to here, you will see the scene underneath. But as soon as you start playing, as soon as the other scene starts, it will take over priority and it will show first. So this should tell you that the scenes that play are the scenes that are at the top. All right? So I hope that you get that. This scene obviously has a voiceover to it. I know that. It has an audio. If I right-click on that scene, I have a lot of options here, right? So I can copy, cut, delete it. I can split the scene. I can edit it. I can remove filler words. I can create a compound clip. I can do vocal isolation in case there is music in that scene and I would like to remove the music from it and only keep vocal. I can also deactivate it if I want to. I can extract the audio or replace or arrange or render. If I click on extract the audio, notice what's going to happen. The audio will be extracted from that scene and it will be here. You can see it right here. This is the audio of that particular scene. All right. And you can see this audio has been placed exactly here at this particular moment because the scene starts from here and ends here. So the audio of this scene also will start from the same point and end at the same point, and it will go underneath the first voiceover that I added. But you can always change positions by dragging this one underneath the other one, or by moving this one, for example, right along with the other one on the same line. Or you can actually place them like this together, next to each other's. One thing you should also know about editing on CapCut is that you have these cutting options, split. And I would not explain these, delete left, delete right. I think they're useful, but only if you're an advanced video editor. You would not really necessarily need them. Also, this selector right here, you would not really need it because you can do that manually. So for example, let's say that from this scene, I don't need the first part. I want to get rid of it from here to here. You can actually select the scene, make sure that your cursor is exactly where you want to cut. And then you can click here on split, or you can click on Control B if you have a Windows computer. On Mac, it's going to be a bit different, but it's still a button plus the letter B. And that will split these scenes. It makes them two now. So these are two separate scenes. And I can move this other scene here. I can move this other one here. I can do whatever I want. But I can also take both scenes and I can create what I call, if I attach them, I can select both of them like that and right click to create a compound effect or compound clip, in which case that brings them back together. It glues them back together and transforms them into one scene again, as you can see. Now here, layer number one is this scene. This one is obviously layer number two, but you can always bring this to the top. And as you can see, the cover is empty, but now the video that we see is the one on top of this video. If I bring it downward, now the video that plays is the one on the top. The priority is always given to the video on the top. Other elements that you have to realize about videos and B-roll, not B-roll, and voiceover audio is that you can always control these elements. So for example, let's start with the audio. We have this voiceover right here, right? If you want to edit that, you can click it. Let's just say that you want to reduce the volume or increase the volume. First of all, let's listen to this audio, okay?
This into fortunes.
You listen to that, right? First of all, you have to make sure always that when this is playing,
Countless sales from creations.
in these two elements here, these small elements, you must make sure that the audio is coming from both these. Like this. If I play, you can see
fortunes, making countless sales.
the audio is playing in both earbuds, because this tells you that if someone is using a headphone, then they will have no problem listening to the clip or the audio in both sets. But if it shows you that the audio is only coming out of one and not the other, then this tells you that when someone is playing the video, they will not be able to listen to all of it, right? They'll only be able to listen on one earphone. Now the audio, like I said, if you click it on the right-hand side, you can control the volume in decibels. You can increase it. Notice that I increased it a lot right now. So listen.
Into fortunes, making countless sales.
All right, so that increased the volume. If I decrease the volume, I can decrease it like this and we can listen again.
Into fortunes, making countless sales from.
All right, and I can always click on the video and keep modifying the volume as I see fit, up and down, up and down. And you can also modify the volume from here, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? So, and if, for example, the volume has a lot of loud noises, there is some noise in your volume, let's say you filmed it outside, you can always click on that audio, reduce the noise by clicking on reduce noise. This is an AI feature which is going to reduce the noise of your audio. You can also normalize loudness. So if your audio is loud, it will actually tone it down. It will make the loudness go away. It will make it a smooth audio. If you would like to enhance your voice, you can click Enhance Voice or Video, and you can control the intensity of your voice, and that will enhance the quality of your voice. If your audio has music in it, you can use the vocal isolation feature, and you can only keep vocal if that's what you're interested with. And on the right-hand side, you can see that it is processing in the percentage right there. So pretty much, as you can see, there's a lot that you can do. You can also change your voice. So, for example, let's say that you want to use a voice changer. You can click right here on voice changers. We have both voice filters as well as voice characters. For example, let's say that you want to sound like a hacker. You can use a voice filter called Deep. If I click, now let's listen.
Turning simple digital products like this into fortunes.
And you can always control the pitch, the timbre, and this will tone it down.
Making countless sales from creations that customers love.
As you can see, you can always remove an effect by going back to original, and this will go back to your original voice.
Making countless sales from creations that customers.
And if you click right here again, if we go back to the voice filters, there's a lot of voice filters here. If you want to sound like you're on a telephone, now this is a pro one, but I'm just going to play it anyways.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this into fortunes?
So here we're sounding like we're on a telephone. You can sound as if you are on a megaphone.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this?
You can use the tremble.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this?
Did you know
Hi.
Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products?
You can use a mic hog.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital...
Echo.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this?
Synth.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this?
Low battery.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this?
Big house.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital...
Low fee.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products...
Sweet.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this?
All right. And there's a lot. And you can always go back to original. You can also change your voice by clicking on voice characters. For example, if you want to sound like a queen, you can click here.
into fortunes.
It's loading, so it's loading right now, which means that it's going to have to wait. Let's listen now.
This into fortunes, making countless sales from creations that customers love.
You can see I changed my voice entirely. I can sound like a chipmunk.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this into fortunes?
I can sound like a trickster.
So Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this into fortunes, making
And so on. I can always go back into original. And here we have speech to song, which I never actually used, to be honest with you. And here you can control the speed. So let's say you want to make the voiceover speed up a little. You can either move the needle like this, which is going to speed the audio. It's also going to make it smaller in size. That's understandable.
Turning simple digital products like this into fortunes.
You can see that that sped it up. And I can speed it up some more. And let's listen right now.
Like this into fortunes, making countless sales from creations that customers love.
As you can see, that's sped up twice. And you can also, instead of speeding it up like this, you can decide about the length. So if you control the length, you also control the speed. So if I make this instead of 9.5 and make it 8 seconds, it will speed it up, right? But if I make it 12 seconds, it will slow it down.
Into fortune.
So if I click right here and I actually make it 20 seconds, it will slow it down so much. It will be very slow. All right, so let me show you. Listen to how slow this will be.
Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this into fortunes.
As you can see, that's quite slow, all right? And I can always go back to 9.5, which is the basic duration. So I can click here, 9.5, 9.5, and that's it, right? And as you can see, that's pretty much good up until now. Now, pretty much the things that we've done for a audio, we can also do for a video, except for we don't have access to the voice changer, and we don't have access to other things as well. So for example, this one here, because we removed the audio from it, we don't have access to the audio inside of it, all right? But we can scale the scene, making it bigger, smaller, like that. We can play with it. You can also scale it by taking it from here and then scaling it from the screen, back and forth. You can position it wherever you want. And here, you have these uniform scale, which you can use if you're interested with. I prefer to use manual. You can add motion blur to the picture if you want to add some blur. If you want to blend a picture with, or a video with another one, then you can actually use that. You can remove a background. So for example, if you have a video with yourself and there is a background, you can actually use the custom background removal or the chroma key to remove a background off a video. You can use a mask, or the mask also can help you out in basically putting yourself in the middle of a heart or in the middle of a rectangle or a circle. You can retouch by adding some filters. So if I enable the retouch right here, these are some filters that I can add. So for this, I will need the scene that I appeared in. So let me go ahead and grab a scene in which I appear. So for instance, here's a scene in which I actually appear, and I can drag it right here just to showcase. I'm going to drag it here. I just want to showcase to you that you can actually edit this. You can retouch the face, you can retouch elements. And also one other thing, if you would like to scale this to edit in at ease, you can actually grab from here and then make it bigger so that you can reduce the size of the import side and you can focus a little bit more on the screen. And you can also do the same thing from here, right? You can scale this up and down like that. And you can also do the same thing from here, right? So you can pretty much do all of those things if you're interested with making each of these bigger, depending on your screen. But if you have a big screen, it's going to be good. Now here, I can retouch. So pretty much I can add a smoothness to the picture. The video, I can add smile lines. I can add bright eye. I can add dark cycles, brighten, white teeth. I can whiten my teeth. I can add a tone. For instance, add a degree of warmth, and so on and so forth. So these are just some retouching features that you can use. And then there's also other elements, such as speed. You can make the video faster. Because this video here has audio, I didn't extract it from it. I can also access its audio, and I can basically increase the audio volume. I can do a bunch of things that we explained earlier. So they're pretty much the same, as you can see. And then I can basically, now tracking is not interesting to me. Animation is not interesting for B-roll because I'm not going to add animation to a B-roll. But I would like to explain to you animation later. Now let's just take it step by step. Adjustments are also a very interesting feature, which can enable you to adjust your video, the colors in your video. If you click on adjustments, you can see right here that we have access to a temp, or add temperature, add a tint, saturation. We can add exposure, more contrast, and you can see as I'm doing this, the video is changing in real time. And so, by the way, if I want to change the color of what I'm wearing, I can change it by controlling the hue, right? And I can also do that by going to the HSL. And here in the HSL, I can actually pick a color. So the color of the shirt, I believe, is this one. So if I click that, I can actually change that, right? I can change the tint, and you can see that that changes the color of what I'm wearing. It also changes the color of the background entirely. So as you can see, that's also a pretty good editing trick that you can do. And also here, you get access to adjustments also on the left-hand side, except for this is not attached. This is custom adjustment. So it doesn't have to be attached to a specific video. You can use it, drag it, or by clicking here and drag a custom adjustment like so. And once you place that custom adjustment, you can also edit the effects on that particular custom adjustment, and you can spread it across any scene that you so desire. Okay, so if I click on this custom adjustment here, I can also add temp, tint, saturation, and so on and so forth. But the thing is, I can actually spread it as long as I want to cover as long or as many scenes as I want. So now if I spread it like this, if I spread it from the beginning, for example, if I take this custom adjustment and spread it from the beginning to the end, this will actually make my job easier because it will just apply one filter to the entire videos. If I actually move it backwards, it will actually only apply it up until this point, okay, and not from here to here. You can also save it as preset if you want to save it, and you also have to live inside of the video. So for example here, let me just remove this. Let me remove this one, and let me take that scene here, go to video. I'm going to remove it as well. I'm actually going to remove everything. I'm going to go to my import, and then I'm going to drag this scene, and I'm going to also drag the voiceover that goes along with that particular scene. You can see that the voiceover is much smaller, which means that I'm going to have to take this particular scene right here, go to the speed option, and I'm going to have to speed it up to a maximum, right? Which basically makes it a lot smaller, so I'm going to have to reduce it slightly. And you can see that right now our scene is now as big as the voiceover, and I can still control it like this, as you can see. And as you can see right now, the scene matches the voiceover length, like that. And you have to listen to the video. So if we listen to the video.
Did you know Etsy sellers are turning simple digital products like this into fortunes?
The moment I say fortunes, I'm going to stop. And I have this effect. It's a sound effect that I can drag it. It's a cash register. And when I drag that cash register, you can see right now, it is over here. I can just lower the volume of it slightly. And now if I play this, listen.
Making countless
The moment I said fortunes,
making
that went with it, which is good, but it's not the best because I can add a sticker, like a money bag, that also starts the moment the audio starts. So I can go to stickers right here, and I can particularly pick a sticker that I can animate. So I can go and look for money in the stickers. There's money. And if I search for money, you'll be able to see that there's a lot of money stickers. Some of them are animated. So for example, if you like this one, this is an animated sticker, you can drag it here. And you can actually control how much you want it to show in the footage. It doesn't have to be huge, but if you'd like to animate it, it has to have a specific size. And I can actually make this a little bit bigger, position it in the center, and click on animation here. And I can pretty much go to animation and add a bounce in animation like this. and basically go to out and add a bounce out animation. And if I play from scratch
to fortune, making countless sales from creation.
You can see that that actually looks pretty good. All right. So pretty much this is it for this complete tutorial regarding CapCut. One of the things that I have to check with you before going is that you also have an option to control the aspect ratio of your video. But since we're creating large video here, 16:9 is good. If you want to transform it to a TikTok size, click on 9:16. That will automatically make it 9:16. But then again, you'll have to make sure you edit this accordingly. You can scale. You can take a video and pretty much scale it to fit the entirety, or just keep it like this. And you can always go back and forth between sizes of the video, right, like that. So by controlling the aspect ratio. And you can also take an audio recording of yourself in case you don't want to go and take an audio recording separately. You can use this audio recording and you can take an audio recording. Now there's other features as well, which we're going to explain. So let's go ahead and make sure that we explain them along the way before we can be ready to get started editing. But hopefully we're going to share with you pretty much all the necessary elements and the key elements for editing so that you can be ready. Stay tuned for the next video. Hello there and welcome. In this video, I'm going to explain to you more interesting things about CapCut. So without further ado, let me go ahead first of all and import an asset. So the asset that I'm going to import is going to be a video where I'm showing in the video, like this one, for example, and I'm showing inside of the video. And let me show you the reason why I added this. So I'm going to drag the asset right into the cover. And let's get started. So the first thing is first, if you remember, you can extract any sound from this particular video by, of course, right-clicking on the video of the cover and then just exporting or extracting the sound. So if I right-click over here on this particular button, I can extract audio from that particular video. And as you can see, the audio has been extracted. Now we have a video, right? And let me show you what we can do, okay? So first thing is first, because this video no longer has any audio, I can create a clone of that video. And let me show you some of the interesting things you can do with a clone. So if I can click Control-C, Control-V, which is going to duplicate it. Of course, because my cursor was over here, it was duplicated there. But I can just delete this and I can put my cursor at the beginning. And now if I click Control-V, it's going to place it immediately at the beginning. Get it? So now we have one video on top of another, which doesn't seem like there is anything happening here because we have one video on top of another. But here is what you can do. You can click on the first video that's on the top, all right? And then you can actually go here. There's some options that I want to share with you. And one of them is the blend feature, which if you click here, it will show you the opacity. If I reduce the opacity, what that is going to do is it's going to reduce the opacity of the video that's on the top. But we can see nothing because there is a video of pretty much the same size as that, right? And everything. So even if I control the opacity, it doesn't show anything. But watch this. Let's say that I put the opacity at about 54. Here we have these very good options. We have the mirror option. We have this option, which is called the reverse option. And we have so many options such as the rotate option. Let's rotate for a second and notice what happens, right? The scene appears, and that's because it was rotated. I can rotate it like that, and I can rotate it back and forth. And I can also go ahead over here. I can mirror, which means that now there's two of me. And if I control the opacity, you can see that now we kind of created a pretty good scene.
Hello there, and welcome into the ClickFunnels Mega Masterclass.
And I can always control the opacity some more from here to here. So 50% seems like a good one. You can lower it down to even more. You can do other interesting things as well. Now, for instance, this is a reversed video. I can always reverse it by mirroring. It will reverse back. I can remove it. Now, if you click on the video, there's also other options. Apart from opacity, the blend feature, and so on and so forth. Stabilize, I'm not going to talk about it, but you can enhance image quality. You can reduce image noise in case the image has a noise, in case the camera is not a good quality camera. You can relight, auto reframe, remove flickers. But what I'm interested with is the AI movements. If I click right here, There's a bunch of AI movements here. This is a pro feature, but I'm just going to show you that anyways. If I want this to shake, watch this. It's loading right now at the moment, but in a couple of seconds, it will start shaking. The scene itself will start shaking. All right, now it's, I think it's at 5%. Let me just wait a second until it applies to the video. And then we can play the video and you will see that the video will start shaking. You can also add a AI zoom effect, in which case it's going to start zooming back and forth on your video. But first, let's wait for this one to move to others. Okay, so the movement was actually applied. Let's actually go ahead and watch.
This is not a regular course because this course is powered by ChatGPT.
And you can see that it applies that filter or that movement. If I switch it to zoom instead of the other one, I can actually scale the zoom a bit more. And if I play, notice what's going to happen.
Mega Masterclass.
It's zooming in.
This is not a regular course
out.
because this course is powered by ChatGPT.
Right, and that's all an AI movement, which you can remove anytime by going here and then disabling it, right? And then there is camera tracking. If you want to place a camera, this is also a pro one. If you want to place a camera around your body, notice that that camera is right now going to be following your face, right? So if I click start, it's going to get started and it's going to eventually put the camera right over here. There are other similar effects in the effects area, which we're going to talk about in a separate lecture about effects. Now, for the moment, I'm going to disable camera tracking, yes. And I would like to move to remove BG. If I click on auto removal, what this will do is it will automatically remove the background, which is the background behind me, the passive income Gen Z and all of that, which is very useful because sometimes you might want to add your own background. So here we have these backgrounds. It's actually processing right now, so you can wait for it. If you don't remove the background in such a way that you like, you can always use custom removal. This is pro, or the chroma key. Now the chroma key is basically another saying for green screen, right? If you ever heard of a green screen, you basically put a artificial green screen on the picture behind you, and then that makes it easy for you to extract your own body. And I think in this case, I'm not sure if they're going to extract the mic clean, because the mic is pretty hard to extract. But there is another tool called Runway ML, which does that. And if we have some time, I'll introduce you to how you can use Runway ML to extract a image from or video from a background. Right now it's processing. It's at about 85%. Let's just wait a second for it to load. All right, so as you can see, the background was actually removed. And it's pretty much good, right? So it's not bad because, of course, I have a background behind me, but this is not the best way to remove a background because I can use the custom removal feature and I can go ahead and basically apply. Now, let's just apply this custom removal feature. Let's say, for instance, that I want to go with this and okay. Now, because this is pro, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to move to the chroma key. The chroma key feature. And the chroma key feature is a bit difficult, but I'm going to introduce you to, certainly, if we have time, I'm going to introduce you to Runway ML that also removes backgrounds off of videos. Now, pretty much, this is it for these particular effects. Now, you can find all effects here as well as their explanations. Next, we're going to have to go ahead and talk about auto captions. Yes, you've heard it right. You can add captions to your videos automatically. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Oh, there, I failed to mention that when we remove the background, for example, if I scroll up and I click on not the custom removal, the auto removal part, and if we just remove the background, which is what's going on right now, it's processing, we can go ahead and grab another video, right, from Pixabay. So we can go and search for a Matrix video on Pixabay, call it Matrix. It's just going to put a Matrix in the background. And if I were to scroll down, even though this is not the best way, I want to remind you, this is not the best way to remove a background, but it is a great way, all right? So let's say that you want to place this matrix in the back of the video. Well, first of all, download the video, okay? So you can click right here on download, like this. All right, so let's just wait a second because obviously it should be downloading by now. All right, so it was downloaded. Good. Now let's go back to CapCut for a second. Now we no longer have any background. And we have basically removed the background with that particular element right there. Now it's okay, I just want to show you. I'm just going to leave it there. But here, if I just move back to the beginning and click on the import option, it created that beautiful background removal, which can be made better. But if I upload this scene right here, I could actually drag this scene. And if I place it right on top, you can see I don't appear. But if I do this trick, if I take this and place it right on top of the other, notice that right now, all of a sudden, I'm in the matrix.
Hello there, and welcome into the ClickFunnels Mega.
Now, of course, it's pretty slow, but normally when the video renders, it's not as slow as this. But you can see that now I'm no longer there. I'm in the matrix. So that's just one thing I wanted to show. Now let's go back to how you can generate captions for the video. Now, in order to generate captions, click on text right here, and then you can basically add captions by doing the following. Follow along pretty well. Now, you either can click on text or click on captions. I'll only show you how you can do auto captions. If you want to add your own captions, fine. You can add them manually by dragging a piece of text right here. But then you'll have to listen to every single thing being said in the video. So, for instance, we can listen to, let's just say, the first parts or the first couple of seconds of the video. So if, for example, I go to the first seconds of the video and I just start listening, now placeholder text was added right there. And I can listen.
Hello there, and
now I said hello there, which means here I can write on this side, hello there. But the problem is that this is manual. And I'll have to make sure I resize this to put it like this. I have to make sure that I go and choose a particular template by going to effects right here. And I'll have to choose a template that goes along with this particular caption and so on and so forth. So for example, if I go to effects, it's basically loading resource for us. And I can go and take one of the templates, which is going to change the way this caption looks. So for example, if I pick one at random like this, notice that right now the caption is different. If I choose this, notice what happens. And so you could choose any type of caption from here. There's a lot. So you can choose any one you like. And then you can actually even resize this, right? You can resize it. You can decide to put it at the bottom, put it at the top. But then again, you'll have to do it manually. And another great thing is that you can add an animation to the caption. So there's an animation in and out, right? So animation in when the caption shows up, an animation out when the caption doesn't show up anymore, or there's another caption that's going to show up instead of it. And you can choose any type of animation from here. There's a lot of animations. So for example, here, I can pick the typewriter. I just need to wait for this to load. So if I pick the typewriter animation, you can see that
hello there.
It writes it as a typewriter. And I can also use the out animation for basically adding an extra animation at the exit. So if I add a glitch, you can see that right now it's going to add a glitch when, like this, you can see the glitch over there for the animation, right, for the caption. But there is one better. I'll do you one better. There's actually auto captions. So if I click here on captions or on text, either of them, you'll find access to auto captions using this button. So if you can click on add or auto captions, and you can choose the language which you want to add the captions in. So for example, English, and generate. And it's for free. And it's fantastic because it will add captions to your video without you having to do the hard work or the heavy lifting. You can just add captions, and I can show you how you can also control the captions basically by changing the theme, changing a couple of things about the captions. First thing you need to do before adding any theme to your caption is by clicking right here on the captions option and then watching the captions for any mistake, any grammatical mistakes. Here it says, hello there and welcome into the ClickFunnels Mega Masterclass. This is not your regular course because this is an AI powered, is powered by ChatGPT, not Chad, ChatGPT, and it's attached, which means that we're going to utilize AI in this course. Okay, so now I corrected it. Now I can select all of the captions, go to text, click on effects or templates actually, Instead of effects, let's go for templates because templates are better. And you'll see why in a second. There's a lot of templates that you can choose from. So for example, you can pick this template or you can pick this template. Now you just have to watch out because there are free and pro templates. Now the pro templates can only be used by pro CapCut users. So if you have the pro account, you can use the pro templates. But if you have the free account, you can only use the free templates. And for instance, if I were to scroll down, I can certainly find a pretty good free template that I can use for free. So for instance, if I keep scrolling, I'll definitely find something good that I can utilize. So let's say that, for example, I don't know, I'm just going to pick one. Okay, so we have a bunch. Let's say that you got interested in, say, this caption. If I click on the caption template, that will basically apply the template into our video. And so you can see that the caption is going to appear like that. But you can definitely change it anytime you want with another one, like this, for example, in which case it's going to change the caption to another. And the good thing about these captions is that they're so interactive and they add a pretty good look to the video, right? So making sure that you add a good caption that matches the video, the colors, the brand. All right, so you can see it's adding over there. It could take some time. It could take a couple of seconds to a minute. All right, and as you can see, this is the new caption. And you can control the position of it. Just move your cursor pretty much anywhere here. So for example, if I move the cursor here, the captions are still selected. If they are deselected like this, you can always select them back, like so. And then you can move this to the middle. And because you have selected all of them, all of the captions are also going to move to the middle. You can also select a caption individually and isolate it down, like this, for example, in which case, as you can see, now it's going to be a bit different. So basically, when you control the caption position, it also pretty much does that for the rest of them. If you got mixed up there, if you just take one of them and control the position of it, it will do that for the rest of them as well. So if I just isolate this particular caption and drag this here, it would actually do the same or place it in the same position as the others. So pretty much this is it when it comes to captions. In the next video, I'm going to introduce you to audio and music inside of CapCut, which are some, let's just say, assets that you can use before we can move on to the next videos, in which I'm going to introduce you to effects as well as transitions. Stay tuned for the next video. Hello there and welcome. In this lecture, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to introduce you to audio. So let's get right into it. So here, if I click on audio, CapCut, they have a library of their own of music, sound effects. And if you want some music, you can actually search for the type of music. So let's say that you want a music that's robotic. Okay, so since in the video, I'm actually talking about AI. So if I search for robotic, then I'm going to have some sounds, robotic music. So let me actually go ahead and click this. So if I stop that music, I can actually drag it. So let's say, for instance, I want to use it from the beginning of this particular B-roll asset till the end of the B-roll asset. Well, all I need to do is to actually go ahead and grab the piece of music that I want to use, drag it in here, and as you can see, this piece of music is much larger than our entire asset. So what we can do, we can cut the extra part of the music that we're not going to use, which is super easy with the cutting tool here. That's why it's called CapCut. So if I move my cursor right at the end of the song, I can actually select the song, audio, and then click here on split. And that will basically leave me with this other extra part, which I can just hit enter to remove. And of course, now if we play, listen up.
Hello there and welcome into the ClickFunnels.
The issue is that we can hear the song, but we can also hear the audio. So how can we solve this? Very easy. So what we can do is we can lower the volume from here a tiny bit. And as you can see, we lowered the volume. So now if we listen to the video.
Hello there and welcome into the ClickFunnels Mega.
The thing that you can see that right now, after we lower the sound, you can see that it's no longer overwhelming, but it's pretty good. It's in the background. Okay, so that's pretty much music. Coming to the sound effects. So let's say that at the beginning of this particular video, or not at the beginning of the video, but you listen to the video, okay?
Hello there, and welcome into the ClickFunnels Mega Masterclass. This is not your regular.
And let's say that, for example, here at this moment, this is not your regular course, or at the moment I say ClickFunnels
To the
ClickFunnels Mega Masterclass, I want to add a sound of a boom, right? So if I go to boom, if I search for a boom sound, to add emphasis on top of ClickFunnels Mega Masterclass, there's a lot of boom sounds here, like this one. So let's say I like this sound. I can just drag the sound that I like and place it right over here to start at the beginning of the moment when I say boom. And as you can see right now, the sound has been added, except for I need to reduce the length of it. Place it just a little bit over here because, as you can see, the beginning of it is empty. And if I zoom in, you will see that the beginning of that sound is empty. So had to move it like that, but you can also crop it like this and then place it right over here, for example, at the beginning. Now, there must be something to go along with that sound, right? That's where you can go get a sticker. Now, I'm not going to talk about effects right now or transitions. We're going to dedicate a lecture to them. But here, if you go to stickers, and I feel that I need to dedicate a lecture to them so that we can do you justice when it comes to those types of effects. So first of all, here we have stickers. If I go and search for boom, a boom kind of sticker, let's just wait a second. We have a lot of effects or a lot of stickers here with the boom effect. And we can use one of them that pretty much we can use it in our video. So for example, if you like this one, we can just drag it right like this, place it right there, and that will place it there. But if you were interested in another boom, then you could just go ahead, for example, with this one, like this, for example. This is also another effect that you can add. So I can just go ahead and zoom out. I don't see the effect precisely, so I think I don't like that. Let's add this instead. Now, this is just an example. And as you can see, that's the boom right there. And if I scale this a tiny bit, I can place the boom on my face. And if we listen right now,
The ClickFunnels Mega Masterclass.
And you can also make sure that you reduce the size of that boom because you don't want it to show like that. And you also want to make sure that you add an animation when it first shows up at the beginning and an animation at the end, right? So, for example, we can use a bounce in animation or a zoom in animation. I think bounce in is better, and then the out, for example, a bounce out. And as you can see right now, if I play it,
The ClickFunnels Mega Masterclass.
you can see that the boom adds, except for it's much better, right? So because it's with the animations. And you don't necessarily have to add this. You can add this. You can add pretty much anything you want. So it's up to you. You can add as many stickers as you like. So this is just an example of a sticker that I added. And I can also add animation to this, bounce in and out. And I could also increase the size of this like so, and I could place it right here at the top, for example, and so on and so forth. And so as you can see, this is really some interesting animations that you can add. Now, of course, this is it when it comes to adding audio and adding music. Of course, feel free to explore in their music library and as well as in their sound effect library. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of music videos. There's a lot of sound effects, which the good thing is that you can use them from here and pretty much they're copyright free. But in my opinion, if you want to use a music, it would be better off if you just search for the type of music you want on Pixabay, because Pixabay's website guarantees that those are copyright free in their terms of service. And you can also use Pixabay to get some, pretty much some SFX sound effects also as well. But pretty much this is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will definitely be seeing you in the next lecture in which we're going to discuss effects. Stay tuned for the next lecture. Hello there and welcome. In this video, I'm going to actually explain to you how you can add effects to a video. Now we're just going to keep the captions all in there. The only thing I'm going to remove is this particular sticker here, so I'm going to just click to remove it. And if you go to effects, you'll find a library of effects, a lot of effects. We're going to start with the simplest ones, okay? And I'm going to show you an illusion. You can add an illusion of a glitch entrance at the beginning. So for example, let's say you're looking for the glitch video effect. All you need to do is to go to video effects and then click here on glitch. And then what you can do is you can go and find the glitch that you like. Personally, I think this one is good, the fuzzy one. Drag that fuzzy effect right over here. You can place it at the beginning of a video. And you can see that from here to here, it's going to be fuzzy, okay? But I don't want it to be that huge. I want to reduce the size of it just to a couple of seconds, just 1 second, less than 1 second. And now, let me just actually spread it to the beginning. Watch this. And now you can see that we have that particular fuzzy effect over there, except for the fact that there is no sound that accompanies that. This is why it would be useful for you to go and search for a sound. So I'm searching for SFX Pixabay glitch in order for me to be able to find a glitch SFX sound effect. And we have a lot here. So we have this sci-fi sound, epic logo, invader glitch, and so on and so forth, TV glitch, glitch sound effect. I like this one. You can see this one is good. It's pretty small. If you don't like it, you can use the TV glitch. So let's say that, for example, you're interested in the TV glitch. I can click to download that particular TV glitch. Remember that you can also check the CapCut library for audios. You can just search for the CapCut library for some audios. Now, one thing here, now we have the SFX. I can go to import, and I can actually click over here on the import option. And I could basically go and drag that particular TV glitch right here. Before I apply the effect, I would like to show you that if you right click here on the import option, you can actually add folders. You can sort them out and filter them. But basically when you add folders, it's really useful because sometimes you have, for a video, you might have 20 folders. Every folder contains videos and music and SFX for a specific amount of seconds for that scene. And you may want to place that in one specific folder to not get mixed up when you're editing everything. So this is extremely useful to create folders. You can rename folders by just right-clicking. For example, let's say you want to name this Asset 1, for example. You can click Save. You can enter inside a folder and then import elements to it, like this. For example, I can import this TV glitch here as well. Or you can actually just drag and drop them from your computer to here. Or you can actually drag them here and then you can select them and drag them here, in which case they will be placed inside. And you can always go back to undo what you have done. So now we have the TV glitch. Without further ado, let's get back into it. I can drag the TV glitch right over here. You can see that now the TV glitch is there. If I zoom in, you can see there's a gap here. There's nothing appearing, which means that I can actually just crop that extra bit at the beginning. And I can just leave the glitch and I can drag the glitch. First of all, let me reduce the size of it. Let me make it a little bit reduced in the intensity of it. And let's zoom out. And you can see that the effect stops here. So I'm going to bring my cursor and place it right there. And then I can click on the effect and actually go here and split it. And then basically I can remove that particular sound. And I can click here as well and fade it out. And if I go and watch this from the beginning, first of all, let me zoom out for a second for you to be able to see. Watch this.
Hello there and welcome.
Now the effect was applied, except for it was not strong enough. So if I increase this sound, if I increase it, let's listen again.
Hello there and welcome.
You can see that right there, we have music and we have a sound at the beginning that pretty much showcases this effect because it's a glitch, okay? And this is not the only glitch that exists, to be honest. There's a lot of glitches. If you go to effects, you can choose any glitch that you desire. So maybe if this is the glitch you're interested with, you can drag this instead of the other one. Just make sure that you make it match with the audio And you can see that now we have a glitch. This is more of a TV glitch, like that. And then there is a lot of glitches, right? So you can just pick any one you like. You can get an idea about how they would look by moving your cursor right here, hovering over the glitch, which is going to give you an idea about how this is going to look like if you apply it to this particular image. So I'm just using all of them right now, and you can see that each one of them is different. And pretty much all of them are great, to be honest with you. Just choose one that you like. But glitches are not the only effects that exist. There's a lot of effects. For example, sometimes you might not be interested to add a glitch as an opening. So you might remove this sound effect. You might also want to remove this effect here. And let's say maybe you want to add this particular effect right here, TV on. You can drag it at the beginning. And then, now watch this. Watch this.
Hello there and welcome.
You can see there is a TV, except for there's no sound to match it. So you can go to audio, search for TV on sound. And then in the library of sound effects, actually, I'm sorry, I went to music. So I have to go to sound effects here and search again for TV on sound. And if I just wait a second here, notice that it's going to start rendering the sound effect. So this is TV on. You can see this is pretty good. This is another one. Now I'm going to keep with the first one. So we can drag this right here. And now we have a special sound that I can increase the sound of it. Watch this.
Hello there and welcome into the...
And you can see that that applies as well. So we can go back to effects. There's a lot of effects. So there's all these effects that you can experiment with, the blur. For example, I can add a camera effect on my face by simply going here to the TV option. There's a TV glitches. And I can drag this particular camera. And notice that for this portion right here, it would apply a specific camera to my face. Now, it's not working properly. I think it's, well, give me a second and I'll find it. TV lines. This is the one I'm talking about. And as you can see, this kind of emulates a camera, right? It looks like I'm in a camera mode right there. And there's a lot of them. There's the Seagull digital as well. This one also adds, pretty much makes it look like you're actually being filmed on camera. And you can increase it. You can actually expand it to fit your entire video, or just to fit specific parts of that video if you don't want it to fit entirely. You can add a scan effect. So in case you're interested to add some AI effects, I really recommend that you explore these effects because there's a lot of effects. So for example, notice from here, I'm going to be scanned like that. So you can see it's kind of like a scan. And there's this other one as well, like this. And this is another different type of effect. And then there's more. There's cartoon effects. There's a lot of effects. So for example, for cartoon effects, there's some pretty interesting effects like the fire. So for instance, you can make it look like there's a fire going. That's also a beautiful type of effect. There are other effects such as these bolts. For example, you can add a bolt. It looks like an anime. You can make yourself look like an anime here, like this, as you can see. So looking like an anime, more like it. And then there's a lot of effects over here as well. So you can feel free to check them out. And then there's a lot of other effects. Lightning is one that I really like. If I drag the lightning, let's say the moment I say ClickFunnels
into the click...
Right, the moment I say ClickFunnels, I can actually drag lightning. I can scroll down, remove this sound effect over here. I can also reduce the size of this one. And then here, the moment there's lightning, I can go and grab a piece of lightning, right, in the audio. I can look, right, not like this. I can look for lightning. Or I can just go to Pixabay and look for some lightning sound. There's a lot of lightning sounds in Pixabay. I can click here. So the first one is good. So I can actually drag it and it will fit perfectly with the effect. All right, so if I play it right now.
To the ClickFunnels Mega Masterclass.
You can see that the sound matches. And of course, you can cut the sound and basically rescale it however you wish by reducing the size of it, increasing the size of it. You can also fade it out to smoothen the end of it so that it doesn't play for a long time.
ClickFunnels
Right? We can play it just for a small time or just increase a little bit like this.
Funnels Mega Masterclass.
All right. So there's many things that you can do with effects. Now, there are some interesting effects as well that I really would like to share, which are body effects. So if you'd like to add some kind of laser effect, you can do that. Let me show you what I'm talking about in a second. So here, if I go to body effects, there's all these body effects right here. Now let me remove the lightning. I can click on body effects. And if I want to have superpowers, I can go to superpowers. And I could actually add superpowers. So imagine if you want to add, let's just say, lightning eyes. Just drag this effect, and guess what? I have lightning eyes.
Masterclass.
And you can see them there. And I can also control the color of these lightning eyes, turn them into a different color if I really want to. So there's all sorts of things I can do. I can also add eye reflection to kind of make it look like I'm the Terminator. I can also add this type of effect, which is a glow effect that makes me look like I have Conqueror's Hockey from One Piece. Then we have the lightning to make it look like there is lightning all across your face. You can make it look like your face is being scanned by a scanner like this. So let's just watch for a couple of seconds. Notice that it's pretty much scanning right now. And that's pretty much it, right? So these are the effects explained in detail. Now, without further ado, I'll introduce you in the next video to transitions. Then we will move on to explain about Runway ML, Kyber AI, as well as other tool, which is called Leonardo AI, that also can generate footage. And also there's another tool as well, which I'm very interested to showcase to you, which is Pika Labs, that can also create videos. Stay tuned for I'll see you in the next lecture. Hello and welcome. In this lecture right here, I'm going to explain to you how you can utilize the power of transitions. I must say that transitions can only be used by or between two separate B-roll or video assets. So let me explain it again. If you have two assets and you want to ensure there is a transition from video 1 to video 2, as long as they're separate videos, you can do that using transitions, which is why we're going to have to go and import another video. So I'm going to go and click here and get a random video. So we have this particular video of the Matrix, which I'm going to use. So I'm going to drag that video. Let's say that I want to transition from a scene where I am talking to the video of the Matrix. In order to do that, first of all, make sure that the video of the Matrix is attached to the cover, right? And if you want to ensure 100% it's attached, just keep this magnet on. And even if you put it somewhere around here, even if you take that video and move it right here, it will always snap right back in, okay? Now let me move the cursor here, zoom in, and then let me just go ahead to transitions for a second, and let me show you how you can basically add transition between these two. So for instance, we have a bunch of transitions. There's a lot of them, and it depends on which transition you'd like to add. So let's say I want to add a glitch transition. If I click on the glitch, it's pretty much similar to effects, except for this is a transition, and there's not as much transitions as much as there is effects. So here, if you like this one, for example, you can always see it to see how it's going to look like on your video. And if I drag this particular transition right like this, I can seal both videos together like I'm tying them up. And you can see, well, I can just click OK. And just stay away from these pro transitions if you don't have the pro plan. And you can see that now we have a transition that if I watch, there's a transition that happened over there. You can also click on the transition and increase the size of that transition, which means that this is going to be such a large transition. Or you can just decrease it a little bit more like this. And for every transition, it's better off if you can go and add a glitch to it. Now, fortunately, because we already have uploaded a glitch, I can just drag this particular glitch right over here. And because this is about a glitch, I can basically go ahead and just make sure that I reduce the size of this, place the glitch over here, and the glitch should end right about there. So I'm going to click on this glitch, crop, remove the extra part, and now if you watch the transition, of course, you can see that kind of adds up a transition as well as an effect that matches the transition. But this is not the only transition that you can find. So I can remove this remove the sound. If I go to the transitions, there's blur transitions. So if you'd like to add a blur transition from here to here, you can, for example, take a radial blur, which is going to add this type of blur like that. And you can see that that's kind of different. You can basically add a whoosh. We call it the whoosh blur. And if we place it like this, notice what's going to happen. And with the whoosh, there is a very good sound effect that goes along with it. If I go to audio and if I go to sound effects, if I search for whoosh, there is a whoosh sound, which is the sound of whoosh like this. And it basically adds as well like that. And if I drag it, it matches with this. So watch this. And you can see that it matches with the transition. And I can also make sure to reduce the size of that and also move to go and explore some other transitions. So if you don't like this one, well, you can go, for example, to the camera transitions, and you can pick any one of those particular transitions, such as the swirl. And notice that this is going to add kind of like a swirl. And you can remove this and add different transitions, such as the shake transition like this. And if I were to go, you can see there is a shake right there. You can remove this and add an inhale transition like this. Of course. Right, notice there's an inhale transition and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of transitions that you can basically go ahead and add, which are pretty cool, right? So now, of course, we're still going to create a video in this course as part of our practice exercise, because I'm not teaching you this just so you can go ahead and have fun. I'm teaching you this because I want to teach you how to use CapCut so that when we are creating our video, so that you can be ready and you can be equipped with everything you need to actually go along and create that video. So that's it for this video about transitions. Now you know everything you need to know about CapCut. It was quite a while to explain all of this because it's important to go through all the steps. But as of now, let me just go ahead and show you the rest. Stay tuned for the next. Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can utilize another tool called CapCut AI to actually transform a video from a regular video into a cartoon video. So let's go ahead and check this out. Of course, other than the fact that they have animate images, you can take an image and animate it, which we're not really going to be interested in for the most part. We're only going to take this transform feature. And of course, I think it's a pro feature, or you just have access to it, but you're limited. But I'm just going to show you this. If you can't use it, this means it's pro, but it's not a problem. You just get to see it. I have a video of a lady, right? This is the video, and I can go full screen so that you can see what I'm talking about. This is the video. I can actually turn this and make it a cartoon. So if I click edit prompt, it's going to move me here, and I can say lady listening to music. And I can even change the background. I can say in a disco, for example. And here in the style of what? Here we have some styles. You can click to expand, and you can check a style that you like. So if you want this style to be, let's just say, video game or editorial magazine or any kind of style, choose it. For me, I like cinematic. And I'm going to just scroll down and click on video settings, which is going to take us here. I'm going to switch to version 1 because I don't like version 3. I'm going to increase this to 5 and then generate previews. Right now, it's going to give me image previews of how the video is going to look like when it's cartoonish. And I'm just going to go ahead and review them so that we can move on. So here we have the images of how it's going to look like when this is cartoonish. And you can pick one of them. I'll pick the first one. And as soon as you can click on generate, this is going to start generating the video for us. In the meantime, I'd like to introduce you to another tool called Pika Labs. Pika Labs can actually create video assets. So here I even created some video with some anime. Watch this. That was actually created by me. This also was created by me. This is a video of an AI robot, and you can see it right there. This video of a wizard was also created by me. And it also has some sounds to it. This video of basically Gandalf fighting Saruman was also created by me. So you can create videos. This also was created by me. I took an image and I actually made it become alive. Now, before we dive into this, I would like to go and introduce you to another software because we're going to use the combination of both. Leonardo AI. Go ahead to leonardo.ai and then click on Launch App. All right, so here inside of Leonardo, you can actually use the image generation feature to generate images. By the way, you can do this for free. For Pika Labs, you'll have to have a membership. You have some free trials, but you'll have to have free membership if you want to continue creating videos with Pika Labs. Okay, let's say that right now I'm interested to create let's just say a video of, I don't know, maybe an AI robot. Now I can go ahead to Leonardo and I can just say AI robot talking in an interview, right? Let's say I want to generate an AI robot talking in an interview. I'm personally using the photoreal model, which is a pro model, but you can actually use other models here. There are some free models that you can utilize. Feel free to check them out. Feel free to compare all of these models all together. For me, I'm going to switch back to photoreal. The size of the image, I want it to be 16 by 9 inches. So if I click on generate, here I'm choosing to generate 4 images at a time, which means that it's going to generate 4 images and I get to choose whichever one of them I like. So I'll just wait. So you pick a video, you can pick an image that you like. So let's say you want to create a video of this particular image. Now, the motion feature inside of Leonardo is not made for all, but you can generate images for free for about 7 to 8 images per day. If you want to generate a video with Leonardo, I believe you have to at least have a pro plan, right? Now here, if I click on this generate motion video, right now I can generate a video. The more you add to the motion, the more this video is going to have some motion. I'd like to leave it at 4, which is standard, and I would like to hit the generate button. Here, when it comes to the image of this robot, I can download it right now, and I can show you with this image that I've just downloaded, I can go and take this image to Pika Labs, and I can actually utilize that image. First of all, let me make sure I downloaded it. Now let me go back into Pika Labs. Here inside of Pika Labs, you can actually create an image by describing it or by uploading, which is the best. Uploading is better. So if I click on upload, it's going to go and upload an image. So let me go ahead, click over here. So as you can see, now it uploaded a picture. Describe your story. So here, let me describe what I want this image to be. So I'm going to say AI robot during an interview, for example. And then here you can see there is the lip sync feature available. We can add sound effects to the video as well. You can go and control the styles. You can go to advanced options, add how many frames per second do you want the video to have, the strength of the motion, the consistency with the text, if you want to rotate it and do all of these elements. But I think the description here is good, so I'm just going to go with it. So here, if you want to generate, just click this button, which is going to start generating a video for you based on this text description as well as the image that we provided it with. It's going to generate a video. We can also go back and check the video generated by Leonardo. So here, if I click, notice that we have created a stock video, right? And it looks pretty cool, right? So it is really magnificent. Now there's another software called Leapix. Leapix can actually take an image and can make it 3D. So you can go ahead to Leapix, or it's actually at this point Immersity AI, I would assume. So they changed the title. Now I can sign into my account. I already have an account. And you can take an image, a regular image, and you can also animate it. Now it's not going to make it incredible, but you can actually upload an image and turn it from a still image to a 3D kind of like image, right? We can add angles. It would look like a camera is actually taking some pictures of that. So now it's processing the image. Now, Leapix, or previously Leapix, now Immersity AI, is also pretty good. So here it's basically processing the image. It's quite fast, but quite frankly, it doesn't really add so much to the image. Okay, it doesn't really add so much, but it's really useful in case you're trying to create YouTube videos. Now notice that right now, it has animated it, you see? So it basically makes it look like this is a moving thing. And you can change the animation to whatever you want: circle, horizontal, vertical, zoom, dolly, zoom left, zoom center, zoom right. So you can basically add any type of effect that you want. And pretty much, or you can just use 3D image instead. But to be honest with you, this is just an introduction to the software. I don't really, quite frankly, like it. Now, if you want to use this video of Leonardo, just download it, and you can use it as part of your footage. It's a 4-second video. So if we go back to Pika Labs, it says something went wrong while generating this video. Okay, no problem. Now let me go ahead and just refresh the page. Instead of actually using an image, let me just try to keep it simple. I'm going to say AI robot in an interview. Instead of adding an image, I'm just going to generate it with a text prompt without anything else. There you go. So right now we have this video. I can go ahead full screen and you can see that it looks like a robot talking, doesn't it? So you can see the robot is talking over there. You can even add sound to the video. Now there's already some sound. I just have to activate it. And I can add voiceover. I'm going to introduce you to voiceover in the next lecture. But as you can see, this is real good. It's only 3 seconds, but if you want to increase, if you want to make it 7 seconds, you can click add 4 seconds on top. And what it's going to do, if you click enter, it's going to add another 4 seconds, right? So now you will have this 3-second one, and then you'll have another 4-second one. And by the way, you can also change the scene. So instead of saying AI robot in interview, you can change the facial expression, such as saying AI robot angry in an interview, which is going to make him angry, right? In the facial expression. And so as you can see right here we have this particular scene, and you can see that now this is 7 seconds instead of it being 4 seconds. It's showing a robot talking for 7 seconds. And he's even moving his hand at the end of the video. All right. So pretty much that's it for that. Now for Kyber, we're still waiting for it to generate a particular, or to turn this into an animation. It takes a while. Yes, it does take a while. But you don't need to add a lot of these particular animations in a video. You only need to add about a couple of them. So you don't want to add a lot. But you just have to wait because it takes some time to render. Now, of course, I said I'm going to introduce you to Runway ML, which is what I'm going to do right now. So what is Runway ML? If we go to Runway ML, I can first of all log into my account. It's an amazing software, Runway ML. It can generate images, videos, remove the background off of a video. It can generate avatars, face avatars talking. There's a lot to this tool, and people are not really exploring it to the best of its ability. So for instance, if you want to generate a image or make an image a video, let's go ahead and check that out. So text to image is simple. Image to image is also simple. You can take an image and turn it to another image. You can generate an image based on text. But the ones that I really like is text to video, creating a video based on text. Also, the background removal. So for instance here, we can put an image. So I'm going to take an image that I've generated earlier using Leonardo, which is that of the default robot. Here, you can describe what you want in that video. So this is an image of a robot. So what I can say robot talking, right? Robot talking. And if you want to generate 4 seconds, just click on generate 4 seconds. There's a lot of elements here that you can control, such as the general settings, camera settings. If you click on the camera settings, you'll see what you can control versus what you cannot control. And basically, just for a try, I just want to show you how great this tool is. So it's going to take that particular element here, right? Image. It's going to transform that into a video. Now, while that's going at it, here, this is the Kyber asset. You can see it's now transformed kind of like into an animated version of that lady. And there's a way that you can actually make a transition in between the real scene and the other scene, which we're going to check when we're creating our video. We're going to create I think about a 40-second video to promote some kind of a program or a trailer. We're going to create a trailer, and I'm going to show you how you can ensure that you do that transition. And if you'd like to download it, just click right here on download. In order for us not to lose this asset, you can always, if you have Kyber Pro, you can always find your assets here in my videos. If you go there, you'll find each and every video that you have ever created. You can see them here. I've created myself as the Joker, the Terminator, quite a lot of characters actually. And you can see that right now, this is the Runway ML scene. Let's go ahead and play it. And you can see that it did really animate it. It added lights to the robot, making it look like a legit robot. So you can see that looks pretty good, doesn't it? So I really like Runway ML in this sense. You can always go back to the dashboard like this. And there's a lot about Runway ML. You can even transform yourself kind of like in the same way as Kyber by using the video to video feature here. You can take a video, transform it into another video. Now, I already done so many times in the past. So you can take a video of yourself, transform it. But what I'm most interested to show you is the Runway ML background remover. So if I click here on remove background, I can actually show you how you can remove the background using Runway ML. And it's actually very interesting. So I have a video asset here that I'm going to use. So this is something I already uploaded. If you want to upload something afresh, click on upload here and upload a scene. Because I already have scenes here, I'm going to take one that I already used and I'm going to drag it right over here. The moment I drag it, it's going to show up right here. And then here they're asking me to use the mask. So if I click here, it's going to start. And I can touch places of my face, certain places of my face like this, right? Just to start creating a mask. You can see the mask is being created right now. I can also select parts of this particular, the parts of the particular element that I'm using to record, the mic. And I can just make sure that I select all the parts that I want to stay a part of this particular image and just disassociate only the elements that I don't want to use. So just keep clicking until you can see that green color basically covering all sides that you want to show. And once you're done, you can click done masking, but we're not done masking because this is not a perfect mask. We can make this perfect. So if we click here on exclude, this is exclude, you can click on brush and we can actually remove elements that we don't need. So I can increase the size of this brush and I can remove these green elements because they're just going to make it horrible. I'm just going to remove all of the green elements that are not part of the body. Only keep the ones that are part of the body. So here, let's just go remove a couple of these elements. So as you can see, they're asking me for watch a tutorial. I don't need to watch a tutorial because I mastered this tool. And so I'm just going to keep removing all those green spaces that are not necessary to show in the video. So here, let's just keep going, keep removing all of these elements. So remove, and of course, make sure that you don't keep anything. And some of them are going to slip, and you're going to know that when you're done masking. But just make sure that you watch carefully for anything that might have slipped. Just keep only the elements that you need. And of course, here we have these also. They slipped as well. So let's go and make sure to delete them. And let's go and make sure to delete the rest. Now here, I can decrease the size of the brush because here in between, we have some green spaces there. So let's remove those as well in order to make sure that only the mic is there. Also here we can reduce the size of this some more, and we can basically eliminate this part, which is in between the mic and that line, like that. And I can also come over here in between here, eliminate this. I can also come over here and then just eliminate this. This is just a job that you do as a professional. You try to refine as much as possible to make it a polished job. And there is the include button. So there's not only the exclude button, but there's also the include button if there's something you're afraid that you might have missed. First of all, there's a couple of things here that I still need to remove, like that. And here, I'm going to click on the include button. I'm going to click on the include button. And I would like to include a couple of elements that I didn't include at the beginning. So for instance, I'm going to click include. And I'm going to include the elements that I need to include. So for example, this extra space or this extra spot right there, this extra spot right here. And for example, here I don't really need to do much. Just need to include this as well. And reduce the brush in size a bit. Move it right here. And then there's just a slight include right there. And let's see if this is good, if this is great, by clicking on done masking. And when I'm done masking, they're going to show me if I did it right. If I didn't do it right, you can always go back and edit the mask, right? By just clicking here, or there's a button here, which enables you to edit the mask. You see it there. And you can re-edit your mask if your mask was not done enough, was not good enough. I see from here that there is just a tiny bit that was not done, was not good enough on the top of my head, right here. So I can go back and click edit mask. Now the mic, I don't really think there is much that I can do, but obviously I can do something. Now exclude, increase, and then let's exclude this particular part, right, by clicking on the brush. And then I'm just going to exclude this part that still shows up like that. On the top of my head as well, there's some green stuff that needs to be removed. Here as well on this side, there's some stuff. So just keep removing. And now if I'm done masking, it's going to be significantly better than before. Of course, you can strive to make it better by just taking some time and making it better. Of course, just go ahead and make sure you explore things for yourself as well. Do not only rely on our teachings. For example, here, I could have gone and also, so here if I edit the mask, I could have gone and removed that extra bit. So if I edit the mask again, I'm going to click on exclude, click on the brush. Here on my ears, I can go and just clean this up. And I can go as well to include, and I can include the part that I just removed accidentally, like that. And now I would assume if I'm done masking, it's going to be a bit different, a bit better. So let's check this out. And once you're done masking, you can add a background such as a matrix or something to the background, as long as you add it underneath this, and you can export it to an MP4, and that's pretty much it for this particular tutorial. Let's just get done with this to move on to pretty much voiceover AI. Now it's not perfect, but you can go here to the upload, to the assets, or upload. Now here I already happen to have an asset of a matrix, and I can drag it right here. And if I place it right there, it's going to come right on top of the scene, which is going to basically cover it, right? So it's going to cover my face. But if I take my scene and drag it on top of the other scene, it's going to be placed right in there. So as you can see, when I dragged it on top, now I'm right over here, and this is how it would look, right? I would look like I'm inside of that area over there. And that's pretty good because I really did a pretty good job here with this particular green screen. So hopefully you've liked this particular video. You can export a project like this by clicking export. You can export it to 720p. This is a limited version, and you can export video, which is going to take some time, but eventually it's going to export your video. And that's that. Stay tuned, for I'll see you in the next video. Hello there and welcome. In this lecture, I'm going to explain to you how you can go ahead and use voiceover AI to generate voiceover. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So here I'm inside of 11labs.io. Okay, so inside of 11 Labs, you have multiple options. So if you go here and you go to the speech area, this will take you here. But normally, first of all, I would like you to go and check voices. There's other features as well, such as voice dubbing and so on and so forth, which I'm not going to dive into. We're only interested in voice cloning and voiceover. Now here, I'm inside of the voice lab. I can add a voice by clicking here. You can either design a voice from scratch, right, from your imagination, or you can use instant or professional voice cloning. For instant voice cloning, you can clone your own voice. It only requires you as much as maximum 25 samples of yourself talking in some recordings. It should be no more than 10 megabytes for each voiceover. And then you could describe and click here, I hereby confirm, and you can add your voice. Or if you want more professional voice cloning, you can use professional voice cloning, for which I think you have to sign this particular piece of paper and then click start. And they recommend that you use about 100 samples of your audio, at least 30 minutes to 3 hours of yourself talking in a video, which is going to train the AI model to talk pretty much like you. That is professional voice cloning. Now, if I go back, if you don't want to use your own voice, if you don't want to use any of those clones, first of all, if you want to have an idea about how a voice clone sounds like, let me show you. For instance, here I'm in the speech. If I click on these voices that I have, and if I search for my own voice, Ron Hemza new voice, I can make myself say something. If I generate speech,
Paul Revere's Ride, a beacon call to arms that still echoes in history.
as you can see, it's pretty much similar to my voice, but I didn't really train it that much. I only added about one voiceover. If I added a lot of voiceovers of myself talking, then the voiceover would really seem pretty much exactly like how I sound. All right. So that is pretty much it. And when you generate a voiceover, you can just click here on this button to download it, in which case it's going to download it, and we can drag it to CapCut in case we're interested to use that. Now, in case you're interested in other voices, you can go to Voices. And then here, there's what we call the voice library. So you can click on the voice library over here, and you can basically go ahead and check for some other voices and figure out if you like any of them. You have these filters. So for example, if your objective is narrative and storytelling, then you can go ahead here, go for a storytelling
Crystal
voice.
clear narration brings each scene vividly to life, engaging your senses.
And you can always click on samples to actually feel how the voice is like.
What worries you masters you.
If you like a voice, just go ahead and click on Add to Voice Lab. And when you add the voice, you'll find it in the Voice Lab, in which case, if you go to speech, you'll be able to generate this particular voice with that voiceover as soon or as long as you set the voiceover to that. So if you come here to voices and if you set it up to the voiceover, of course, you can search. If you remember the name of the voice, set it up to that by clicking. And then you can put any text you want to say right here in this area. And you can hit the generate speech button, and that's pretty much it. So this is it when it comes to voiceover AI. In the next lecture, I'm going to introduce you to how we can use ChatGPT to generate a script that would help us promote a program. In this case, let's imagine that we have a trading course or a trading program that we want to share with people how they can start trading. We want to motivate them, and we would like to create a trading video or let's just say trading trailer. We can go ahead and do that. And before actually going to ChatGPT, I would like to just show you another software. This one is called the ID, and the ID can make pictures talk. And here we have some videos that I actually made talk, like this particular Mafia Yakuza boss. Listen to this.
AI isn't just technology. It's the next dominion of power. Those who control AI control not just data, but destinies. We must adapt swiftly and strategically.
And I can just click on create anytime I want to create a video. If I click on create a video, I have 10 minutes left. If I click on create a video, I can actually upload an avatar image that I want to make. Or if I want to make a specific avatar talk, I can go and use Leonardo AI, for example, to generate a picture of that particular avatar. And I can have that avatar say anything I want. But we'll actually check more of this out in the next lecture, right? So, or next couple of lectures, because this is the software. We can use it to actually make it say whatever we want it to say. And so I'll see you in the next video in which I'm going to update you regarding that. But the next video is going to be about using ChatGPT to write script for a trading program. Let's just imagine that we have a trading event and we'd like to share with people a secret way that can help them to trade and without losing their money and knowing exactly what to trade. It's just basically a trailer from our imagination just to practice what we have learned so far. And so stay tuned for I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so right now let's get into the core of this particular topic. So in this particular video, we're going to use ChatGPT to write a script. Script for what? To promote a trading program in 40 seconds. So let's go ahead and write the prompt. I would like you to go to your station, go to chatgpt.com, or simply search on Google for ChatGPT and then go to the link by OpenAI and enter ChatGPT. Now, here, you don't need much. Just keep the version as 4.0, and then you can get started with the chat. You can just say anything. ChatGPT will give you a response, right? This is how it works. It's like chatting with another human, except for it is a chatbot. So here is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the following. I am a trader, right? I'm going to give myself a persona. I'm a trader. The more detail we provide ChatGPT, the better it is. And that is why I would have to recommend you the 6 prompt engineering strategies by OpenAI. And these 6 prompt engineering strategies are very simple. You have to write clear instructions, right? So make sure that you add detail to your prompt. Ask the model to adopt a persona so that you can add more, let's just say, credibility. And then limit it so you can limit it to a specific limit in order for it to stay limited and not go and talk about other topics or other things outside of the limit. You can also specify the steps. So make sure that you make it clear for it. This is step number 1, step number 2. This is what I want exactly from you to do. Provide examples. Specify the desired length of the output. Then you can provide a reference text, and you can also add more relevant instructions, and so on and so forth. Give the model time to think, and make sure that you divide tasks into subtasks instead of asking it to do everything by itself. But I'll let you go ahead and consult this link, platform.openai.com/docs/guides/prompt-engineering/6 strategies. You can just search for it on Google, you'll find it. So here I'm going to say I'm a trader. I have a trading free training that can show people how to win trades without mistake, right? By knowing exactly what to trade and the right move at the right time instead of them losing their money. And this is a secret trading skill that I want to share with them, and I want to give them access to a free AI course where they can learn all of this. Now you can see that I've basically written this. I can enter. I'm not finished yet. I'm dividing the tasks into, I'm giving the model time to think, of course, not overwhelming it with knowledge. I'm just letting it to take and absorb the information that I just provided it with. Then right now I'm going to ask it for what exactly I want from it to do. Okay, so watch this. So here, after the model finishes, I can say the following. I can say, I need to create a trailer for this. It should be a 40-second video. For every 5 seconds, specify the voiceover to say in that scene, as well as the background video to put relevant to the scene, and make it incredibly catchy. Use the hook, story, offer, strategy, or not. It's not actually strategy. It's actually a way to get people. So you hook them by telling them, have you ever heard of this method? For example, have you ever heard of this method that can allow you to never lose your trades? What about if I tell you that I was losing all my trades, but then after I adopted this model, now I'm no longer losing any trades. And I can share this with you in the offer. I can share this with you in the form of a free course, okay? So if I use this framework, this is much easier to convert someone because it's attractive, okay? So now I can just hit enter, and ChatGPT is going to proceed on to generate the script for us. It's going to generate the voiceover. It's going to generate the background description of the background video, which then we can go ahead and use or not. And personally, we're going to have a lot of fun because in the next lecture, we're going to get started editing. So we're going to take it step by step. I want you to go ahead and open up these softwares that I'm going to describe to you as of now. So go first of all, open up CapCut. Second of all, I would like you to go and open up a Google tab. Also, open up Leonardo AI, right? Open up the Leonardo AI app. I'm going to launch the app. And also open up DID because we're going to need it as well. And all of these are what we're going to need in order to make our video great. So open CapCut and open all of these. Keep ChatGPT open. Please do not close it. And stay tuned for I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you how you can go ahead and you can start editing. So we're going to start with the first 5 seconds. I'm going to start with the first voiceover, which is this one. Tired of losing money on trades? So if I wanted to generate this as a voiceover, first of all, let me copy what that text says. And let's go to 11 Labs, which is the software that can turn text into voiceover. And basically, once we go into 11 Labs, we can really do a lot. So here, inside of 11 Labs, first of all, let me place this text. Secondly, let's go ahead and let me take a particular voice artist from the voiceovers that I have. I have a lot. I'm going to choose Michael, which is a deep and resonant voice. And I would like to generate speech. So it's going to generate speech.
Tired of losing money on trades?
And I'm going to download it. And of course, before you download it, make sure you always listen. Now, one thing here is that this is not enough. Tired of losing money on trades is not enough. So obviously, I'm going to actually create another scene. But first of all, let's go ahead here and generate the character, the trader character. So we're going to generate an image of a trader, someone trading. We're going to go here to image generation. Here, inside of image generation, we're going to go and just generate a picture of a trader, for example. Let's go ahead and say smart trader front view picture. Smart trader front view picture, as you can see. And if I click on generate right here, it's going to proceed to generate a particular, or 4 images in this case, using Leonardo. These images, I can actually take one of them, isolate it, and I can make it talk. And there's a feature inside of the ID which enables us to upload audio. So we can use the audio from 11 Labs and make the picture talk using the same audio from 11 Labs. That's such a great thing that we can definitely use. There it is. So we have this particular image of this trader. Now, let me go ahead and download this image for a second. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to go to the ID, now with the image here. I would like you to click on Create, the Create button. Select Video instead of Agent. You can create an agent, but to be honest, I only want to create a video. So obviously, I'm just going to select Create Video. And then here, what you can do, you can upload an image. Okay, you can go ahead and upload an image. And that image is going to be none other than the image of the, pretty much the trader. So as you can see, the image is being uploaded right now. I'm just going to wait a second for it to upload, and then we can utilize it. So it's here, the image. Now, the image is selected. If I want to make him happy, I can make him happy or natural, whatever it is. I'm going to make him happy. And then here, I'm going to go to the script option. First of all, I don't need to choose a voice. But if you don't use a voiceover by 11 Labs, then you can select your own voice. Here, I'm going to go to script. And I'm going to click on audio, and I'm going to click on upload. You can also record an audio that you want to say, or that you want that person to say. Now I'm going to record this 11 Labs audio like this, or add the 11 Labs audio. It's 2 seconds.
Tired of losing money on trades?
As far as the background is concerned, you can change it. You can also add text to the background if you want to, but I'm not interested in. I'm just going to generate the video like this. Now you can title it, you can say Trader Scene number 1. This is the scene number 1. Let's create it. Only takes me 1 credit. I have 40 credits left. And it doesn't take that much time before the video is going to be ready, right? So now the video is here, as you can see. What I can do with it, I can click and I can just download that particular video, right? So the video is downloading right now. Then I can go to CapCut. I can create a new project. And as you can see right now, the project is going to start. And then what I can do, since I promised, I'm going to go ahead and edit this video together with you inside of CapCut. So now that we have this video, we can click on import, and then it's going to basically import the video for us. So here, I'm going to pick this video right here. Now that I added this video, it's safe to go ahead and right click on this option, add a new folder, and then I'm going to name that folder. I'm going to rename it actually, and I'm going to actually name it scene number 1. Right, scene number 1. So I'm going to select all of this text. Scene 1, and I'm going to click on save, and then I'm going to just drag this particular element right here inside of the folder, then access the folder and drag this particular scene right over here. And then in order for us to hide the DID, I can scale the image, right? I can actually make it bigger in order for us to hide that DID symbol over there. All right, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let me go ahead over here and then scale this image by basically making it larger like this in order to hide that DID symbol. And I can also drag this over here a little bit so that we can see more of the face. And if you watch this, it really sounds like a person talking. So we can even go full screen with this, right? So that we can see this in detail.
Tired of losing money on trades?
As you can see, that's quite good, right? Now let's go ahead over here. And first thing is first, I'm going to right click and I'm going to extract audio, right? Because I want to separate video from audio. Then I want to go back and I'm going to do the same thing for the second scene. Inside of ChatGPT, we have a second scene, right? So the second scene is discover the secret to never losing trades again. So I would like to go ahead and copy this. Then I would like to go back into 11 Labs, and I would like to transform this into an audio, right? So I'm going to click right here, upload this, generate, and in this case, it's going to go ahead and
discover the secret to never losing a trade again.
So I'm going to download that, then go to the ID, and I'm going to make the same person say something else. So I'm going to click create, okay, here inside of the ID. It's going to help me to create another video. So let's go ahead and click create a video. And basically because I already have that particular image over there, so I can just use the same image to generate a video with it. So here, this is the image, it's already there. Well, let me select it again. Okay, as you can see, it's selected right now. And I can make him a bit serious or lively. So I'm going to actually make him lively this time and also happy. And for the voice, I'm going to go to script. And I'm going to go right over here to audio. And I'm going to go right over here to upload audio. And basically what I want to upload is an audio of this person talking. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this out. So I'm going to actually go ahead over here. Where is the audio? Okay, so I think this is it. It's the 6-second one. Always make sure that you listen to your audio.
Discover the secret to never losing a trade again.
It's only 3 seconds. And right now I can click on generate. Okay, now I'm going to say trader scene number 2. Let's say that this is scene number 2. If I click, I can just click let's go, and it's going to basically start generating. Okay, and it's going to generate. In the meantime, I'd like to open Kyber AI because I just want to show you that I just want to make a little bit of a transformation to catch attention. I want to make it look like this person was someone and then he transformed all of a sudden into some other cartoonish character. So I'm going to click right here, go to video. And here I'm going to upload a video. But first of all, I need a video to upload first. So this is the video that I want to upload. It's the second one. Let me first of all go ahead and download that particular video. Now, before I do this, I'm going to go back to CapCut. I'm going to exit by clicking on all. I'm going to right click over here, new folder. This folder, we're going to right click here and then renaming it. And basically what I'm going to rename it is basically scene number 2 and then save. Now, once I've done that, I'm going to double click to go inside of that particular scene. And then I would like to import the same video, and I'll show you the trick that I do, which basically makes it look like there's a transformation happening. So I'm going to drag this particular scene right over here, right? And then I'm going to scale it, right? So first of all, let me move the needle here, click on the scene, scale, move it downwards so that we can see more of the head, and right click to extract the audio from the scene. And as you can see now, it looks pretty fun. Now let me go back. Let's go to Kyber AI. Let me click on video option here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to transform that particular person into a cartoon. So I'm actually going to transform him into something. So I'm going to click on edit. Here, let's just say expert, super smart, joker, trader, like this. And that's just what I want. It's just actually something. And I'm going to click on cinematic effect here and click on video settings. In which case, it's going to take me here. I'm going to choose version 1. And I'm going to also make this 5, generate previews. And now it's going to start working on it. Because this scene is pretty small, it's not going to take a lot, as much as it would take if it was a bigger scene. But of course, it's going to take a couple of minutes, so it's definitely going to take some time. But it will give us a preview of how it would look like. It will give us 1 frame. And you can see, this looks amazing. So I'm going to select this one, right? And I'm going to generate the video. I'm going to create the video. Okay. Now for this one, for the most part, I'm going to actually remove this audio. I'm going to add it again one more time. The reason why is I don't want to scale it now. I want to scale it later because I still need to add the asset from Kyber and then make it look like there's a transition, a transformation happening. So I need to keep it at pretty much the same size. So I'm going to remove this, right, cancel. I'm going to remove this right here, drag it again, right click, and then extract audio. And now I can go back. Now, while this is generating, I need to keep working. So I need to go back to ChatGPT. Now, inside of ChatGPT, we have another voiceover. This one says, our expert training shows you exactly what to trade. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Okay, go to 11 Labs, double click, paste the voice, generate. As soon as you generate the script.
Our expert training shows you exactly what to trade.
By the way, if you don't like a script, click on generate again and it will generate another version. Now here, I'm going to move the needle here. I'm going to zoom out a bit and I'm going to exit this scene. I'm going to right click over here, new folder. And this folder, I'm going to right click over here and I'm going to rename it as scene number 3. So this is scene number 3. Okay, save. Now inside of scene number 3, I would like to upload the voiceover, place it here. Then I would like to go and create a background video. So I'm going to click on this particular voiceover right over here. It's going to add. I'm going to drag it over here. There you go. And then let's go back. So if I go back, here we are in ChatGPT. I'm going to copy this. So close-up of trading strategy chart with annotations and highlights. Okay. So I'm going to go to Leonardo AI. And I would like to generate an image of the sort. And I would like to turn that image into a motion, which is going to take some time. But first of all, let's generate the image first. All right, so we have some charts. I'm going to pick one of them, and I'm going to turn it into a motion. Okay, so while that's doing that, I'm just going to generate it like this. Now, you don't have to do it like this because you can just go and search for a Pixabay stock video, and you can use that instead if you want to. Now, let me go to Kyber AI. This Kyber asset is still cooking in there, so I'm just going to wait for it. First of all, let's just do things step by step. Okay, so right now we have our video. I'm just going to go ahead and click download. And I'm going to go back to CapCut. And right here inside of CapCut, I'm going to click on the import button. And then basically, I'm going to import this particular scene, which I'm going to drag it here. And this scene is pretty big, which means I'm going to have to either crop part of it or make it a bit faster. So I'm going to click, I'm going to go to speed. I'm actually going to make it just a bit faster than that. So if I go and make it faster, just a little bit more, you can see that now it fits. And I can move the needle here. It doesn't fit perfectly, but I can actually fit it up myself like this. And I can even zoom in to check if it fits. It's not, so I'm just going to have to crop that extra edge and then zoom out. There you go. And as you can see, now we have the scene, right? Now let me exit. And then let's go back. And then let's click on Kyber. Now the video is now ready. So I'm going to go ahead and download it.
To never losing a trade again.
I'm going to pause it for a second, and I'm going to go right back here. Now, scene number 2, I'm going to put my cursor right over there. Go inside of scene number 2. Click on the import button. And then basically what I will do is very simple. I will drag this Kyber asset like this. There it is. And I will drag it here. I will put it on par with the first scene. Then, because this asset has audio, I'm going to extract audio from it. Then I would like to go ahead and remove that audio because there is double audio. Then what I would like to do is I would like to cut this scene from here. Remove a bunch, and then I'm going to remove this magnet, turn it off, click on this scene as well and cut it, and then remove the second chunk, and then put this here. And now if we watch this,
discover the secret to never losing.
It looks like there is a transition. Now there is not a transition with a glitch, which we can add. So if I zoom in here, I can go to transitions, and I can go ahead and apply a particular glitch-looking transition. I would like to add the sound effects at the end of the video. But now I'm just going to go ahead and grab a regular glitch transition. As far as the sound effects, I'm going to add them at the end. So I'm going to drag this particular glitch in between these two scenes to make it look like there is some kind of electricity over here and make it smooth. And now let me zoom out, okay? And let's go back at the end of this scene. Now there's not much scenes left. Let's go ahead and keep generating the rest. So here for the 4th scene, we have and the right moves at the right time. So let's go ahead over here and basically copy this text. First of all, let's go ahead to Leonardo, not image generation, but voiceover AI 11 Labs, turn it into a voiceover.
And the right moves at the right time.
And then let's go back here, and then let's go to import. Click to exit this, and then right-click, new folder. And then this folder, we can right-click and basically rename it. And we can basically rename this as scene number 4, and then save, okay? And if I go inside, I can then right now import the audio that I have just created. So let me go ahead and double-click here. It's going to add the audio, and I can drag it right over here, like this. There it is. And now let me actually zoom in a little bit. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and try to find a matching scene for that audio. So the matching scene is a footage of a trader. Now here, like I said, Canva or Pixabay. Okay, so if I go to Canva, there's plenty of videos that I can use in Canva. There's also plenty of videos that I can use in Pixabay, copyright free. So if I go to Canva, if I want to create an asset like this, or if I want to download an asset, it's as simple as create a design, and then looking for video like this, and then basically creating a project of a video like this, and then I'm just going to go ahead and search for a video that represents this particular representation. So if I go to elements, let's go ahead and search for this for a second. So 1, 2, 3. If I go to elements, there it is. I can click right here and I can just go ahead and put the description, enter. Here I can click on the videos button, in which case it's going to basically look for something similar to what is being described. So here, for instance, we have this particular image or video that I like. So I'm going to click on it. Our scene is not so big, so it's only about, if I'm correct, 4 seconds, not more. We can check this out by going back here. Now, it's only about 4 seconds max. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click done, playback. I'm actually going to increase the speed, and I'm just going to keep just a little bit, just about 4 seconds. And I can cut the excess later. I can right click over here, set the video to background. I can click to make sure there is no audio. And I can go ahead and say scene number, I think it's scene number 5 to be precise, 4 actually. Scene number 4, and I'm going to add B-roll, and I'm going to click here and then download this as a video like this. I can make it 4K, that wouldn't be necessary. So I'm going to download this particular video, and once it's downloaded, I can just go ahead and place it right here, right? All right, so the video was downloaded. I can go back to my scene here, click on import, and I'm just going to go ahead and import this particular scene like this. Now, let me just go ahead and drag this particular scene over here. It's a bit bigger, so I can zoom out. And I can actually crop the excess that I don't need. And that's it. That's more like it. Now, what we can do as well, we can do a bunch of things, such as adding a special effect. So, for instance, I can right-click, right, Control-C to copy, and I can move the needle here, Control-V, to place it exactly over there. And what I can do, I can use the blend feature, and I can reduce the opacity of that first one. And I can actually use the mirror effect to kind of create an illusion of a mirror, looking like there is glasses here, glasses there, which might make it look even more interesting, like this. So as you can see, this also can be quite interesting, but I don't think it's going to be well, so I'm just going to remove it. I'm just going to keep it simple. Okay. Now, let's go back to ChatGPT. So here, I'm going to go, and then the sixth scene. Now, there's many more scenes here that we need to add. So here, we have a no more guessing, no more losing. So let's go ahead and, actually, for these ones, I'm going to actually try to go on turbo mode. So I'm going to copy this voiceover, come right here, double-click, paste it in, generate speech, and then...
No more guessing, no more losing.
And I'm going to go right back here. I'm going to click on all. I'm going to right-click. New folder. Obviously, this one, I'm going to have to right-click on it, rename it something else. So I'm going to double-click, rename it as scene number 5, and click Save. And then I can actually double-click to enter, and I can go right back here. I can go to ChatGPT, the background video, happy traders in a group discussing and sharing strategies. What I can do, I can either go to Canva, or I can just go to Google and search on Pixabay. So I can search this Pixabay video. I can just put the description of the video and search for it. If I go and look for some videos that represent that, I'll find a lot. So here, there's a lot of videos that I can use. For instance, we have these particular videos. So I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to click. Let's just say that these are traders negotiating the business. And so I'm going to click on that. And because Pixabay downloads videos super fast, I'm going to click download and then download again. And then it will just be super fast. So right now you can see it's pretty much downloading. So the video has been downloaded. I can go right back here. First and foremost, I'm going to click to import. I just created a voiceover, so I'm going to go ahead and import it first, or import them both. I'm going to click voiceover as well as the scene together. And what you can do as well, you can actually drag them both together. So they're selected together. You can drag them together like this. And of course, it didn't work out perfect. So I think I'm going to drag each one of them by itself. So I'm going to put the 11 Labs voiceover here. I'm going to go ahead and drag the scene place it right over here. And then I'm going to actually click, go to speed, increase the size, or increase the speed actually a little bit more, and probably just crop the extra bit like this. And then I'm going to put my cursor right over here at the end, zoom in a bit, and then also, well, let's just put the needle cursor over there. Now let me zoom out. Okay, perfect. Now, for one thing here, let's go back. Let's go to ChatGPT, and then here we have voiceover, this one as well. So let me go ahead and copy this. Let's go ahead and turn this into a voiceover as well. Copy, paste, generate. Right.
Learn the secret trading skills that make all the difference.
Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead, click on all, right click, new folder, and then this new folder, I'm going to right click to rename it as scene number 6. So instead of folder 1, I'm going to rename it scene 6, hit the save button, and then double click, and then import. And basically what I will do is I will just go ahead and I'll just add the 11 Labs voiceover, drag it like this. There you go. And let's go back. So now the scene is instructor teaching a class. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look for something like this on Pixabay. So let's go to Google. Let's go to Google search results. And we can search for precisely something like this inside of Google search results. Instructor teaching. And if I go to the first video that I find, you can see that right now it's working well. If I scroll down, there's some videos here. So let's go ahead and take a video that actually represents what we are doing here. Well, actually, I think these videos are not so great, but I think potentially I could find something interesting. Okay. Or actually, I think it would be better off if I just click here on this Forex asset and use that instead. We have some pretty interesting gold videos over there that also can do well, but I'm just going to click here to download. There you go. And let's go back to CapCut. I'm just going to go ahead and import this video. There's the video. So I'm going to drag this particular video right over here, and I can speed this up. So I can go to speed. I can actually speed it up a little bit, and then I can crop the extra edge and place it like so. Then I can exit, right click, new folder. This new folder, we're going to call it scene number 7. So right click, rename, and then here I'm going to double click. I would like to call this scene 7, save, there you go, and go inside. And what I'd like to do as well, I would like to go back to ChatGPT. So this is the 7th scene, and here's the best part. Right, let's copy it and then go back here, double click, paste it in, generate speech, which is going to generate the speech. Let's generate.
And here's the best part.
Download it and make sure that you go back here. Dramatic transition to instructor pointing to a screen. Free AI course. Okay, free AI course. Well, we can do something like that. So actually, it would be good if we just put a asset, like a gold asset or something like that. I want to stay in the theme of trading. So I'm going to click on this, and we can put some captions that say what we want them to say. So the captions will work as well for the most part. You don't necessarily have to follow everything that ChatGPT is telling you, because we're human and we can make our own decisions. ChatGPT can only help when it comes to productivity. It can help us produce more. It can help us to do more. But generally speaking, it doesn't have to tell us exactly what to do and when to do it, because we can go and make our own decision. So now let's go back to scene number 7 here. I'm going to right click on the import option, which is going to take me here. So if I go here, I'm going to click on the downloads. And then I'm just going to go ahead and select both these two assets. So these two assets selected, let me drag them over here, make sure that I put them there. Okay, if I click out, I'm going to pull this audio right back here on par with the previous audio. Let's just try and make sure that they're glued together. And then this one, well, obviously, I'm going to activate the magnet and it's going to glue it together. And then I can go to speed, can increase the speed, and I can also go ahead and just make sure that I do something like this. I can click right over here. All right, so now I can click on all, right click. I believe scene number 8 is the final one, perhaps. So if I right click on this, rename, I can go ahead and name this something such as, scene 8. Save. There you go. And then I'm going to right click on it and then go back here. Now let's close Go back to ChatGPT for a second. Yeah, there's actually 2 more scenes. Well, there's 2 more scenes. Now, get free access to AI-powered trading course, footage of the course interface, transform your skills today. Well, this one, I don't need to do it. I'm just going to do number 8 and 10. So let me go ahead and generate this voiceover, go back to 11 Labs, put the voiceover in, generate, download.
Get free access to our AI-powered trading course.
And then here, as far as the scene, footage of the course interface, interactive lessons, trading. Okay, I'm going to go back here, and instead of the gold lingos, I'm actually going to go ahead and pick another trading themed scene that I can use. So we have a bunch of trading scenes. I think this one is pretty cool. Or perhaps this one, but that one has Bitcoin. So I'm going to click right here instead of the Bitcoin one. I'm just going to download this very simple trading video. I'm going to go back to our file and I'm going to right click here on the import option so that we can import the 2 assets. So I'm going to click like this, and then let's go ahead and let's take both these 2 assets like so, open them up. There you go. So now we have both these 2 assets. I can drag the voiceover first, and I can go back to drag the scene as well, and I can go to speed. I can increase the speed, and I can also make sure at the end that I do something like this. Okay. Now, let me exit, and then let's go to final scene. I'm not going to add scene number 9. Instead of it, I'm going to add scene number 10. Scene number 10, because scene number 9 actually is not really necessary. There's just unnecessary repetition. So here, this call to action is enough. So sign up now and start winning. We could make this even more interesting. So I could have asked ChatGPT to talk about money, maybe say something like, sign up now and start earning $200 a day, or something like that.
Sign up now and start winning.
As you can see, the voiceover didn't come out right. I'm going to regenerate.
Sign up now and start winning.
This one is good, so I'm going to download. Now, as far as the call to action, well, for the call to action, I'm going to go to Canva for this one. I'm actually going to go ahead and remove this particular scene, and I'm going to go to design. And in design, we have a lot of elements. So if I were to click on this one, for example, it's going to show me a lot of these particular elements that I can use, these scenes that have text to them. So for instance, if I go back and I search for sign up, for example, I'll find a lot of video assets with the word sign up in them. So these are what we call video assets. Register now, sign up, all of these, they're pretty cool. So start training now. So if I click on this one I think is pretty good. I liked it. I'm going to click to add that. And here I'm going to say start or sign up now. Or start training now. Actually, it's not bad. Now for the red color, I'm going to remove it. Change it to the green. Also change this one to green as well. This one, I'm going to change it to white. Click. Color white. Click this color green. And as you can see now, this is looking quite good. I can add an animation to this. It already has an animation, so I'm going to name it scene number 9. I'm going to click. It's 6.8 seconds. I'm going to download it as a video with animations. And I'm going to go back here, double click. First of all, let me upload the voiceover since I already have created it. Let's go ahead with the voiceover, double click. I'm going to drag this voiceover and place it right over here. Then I'm going to actually go back for the scene when it finishes. All right, so we have the scene. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to click here on the import button. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab that particular scene and I'm going to use it. So scene number 9, double click to add it. I'm going to drag this particular scene right over here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to speed. I'm going to increase the speed. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and crop some extra parts. And now let's go ahead and add a custom adjustment to the video to make it look better. I'm going to click on adjustment here. And then I'm going to drag a custom, what we call a custom adjustment. Drag the custom adjustment right over here. So if I drag this custom adjustment, as you can see, it's right there. Now what I'm going to do with the custom adjustment is I'm going to use it to actually make the image a bit more clear instead of it being gloomy and shadowy like this. So if I click on the custom adjustment right over here, I can go here, add some temp, add some tint, add some saturation, just a little bit, not so much. Scroll a little bit, add some exposure, add some contrast, add some highlights, a little bit less shadows, a little bit more white colors, a little bit less black color, a little bit more brilliance, sharpen it a bit, add more clarity. And here I can also add a vignette, but I'm not going to. And I can actually show you the difference. So this is the scene before This is before, this is after. After, before, or after, before, after, before. You can see that there is a huge difference. I'm going to spread this across the entirety of the scene to make it better, significantly better. And then I'm going to go right here into these scenes of the Joker and this. I'm going to select the scene of the Joker and this person. And I'm going to scale both of them at once so that they can both stay like that. And I'm going to move them both at once down. Now, as far as the glitch between them, I'm going to go over here and go to import. I'm going to go ahead and take a particular glitch from the downloads. So I just have to go and search for, I think, TV glitch. There you go, TV glitch. That's what I downloaded from Pixabay. And I can just drag this particular TV glitch right over here. And I can just cut the extra part at the beginning. Or just place it like so. And then I can reduce the sound, place it here, and I can cut. I can remove the extra part and listen to this now.
Discover the secret to never losing.
And it applies that particular transition, which is good. Now let's go ahead, and because we have a bunch of scenes, we can basically do the same thing. We can go to transitions. We can keep the same transitions, which is glitch. I can add a glitch here. Also, there's a glitch here between these two. Or you don't need to between these two because they're the same face. Except for there was kind of a zoom over there. But I'm not going to add a transition. I'm going to take another glitch, place it over here. Take another glitch, place it over here. And also take another glitch, place it between these two scenes as well. And I'm just going to continue placing more glitches in between the scenes. Like this, for example. And then I'm going to click right here. I'm going to drag another glitch and place it right here. Then I'm going to click right here on top of this one. I'm going to zoom in. And I'm going to click on this glitch. I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to right click over here and paste it right on top. Then zoom out. I repeat the same process with this. Also with this. Also with this. Also with this. And with these other ones as well. So pretty much this glitch needs to go on all of them. All right, so I think I'm going to have to copy it again. And then Control V. Now I added the glitch pretty much all of the scenes. Now let's go back for a second. And let's add captions and be done with this. So I'm going to go to captions for a second. And I'll add some captions. I'll also add an entry and an entrance and I would say exit animation or effect. First of all, let's generate some captions in English. Of course, it's not going to take so much time because this is a short video. I'll also show you how you can transform this video into a short video or a video short that you can also publish on TikTok or whatever you want to use. But as of now, let's just focus on this for a second. So as you can see, the captions were added. And as usual, you need to read the captions to make sure that there is no mistake with the captions. Generally speaking, if there's not a lot of technical words such as ChatGPT, 11 Labs, VoiceOver, these names of softwares, you can expect that it would most of the time make some mistakes. So you'd have to always make sure that you check it on these and make sure that you check if there is no mistake. But in this case, I don't think there's going to be a mistake. This script is very small and it's actually just normal words that the AI got used to. So here, most of these are correct. I don't think there's any mistake with them. Let me go to text here, and then let's go ahead and choose a template. A template for what? A template for the caption, right? So we need a template for the caption. Also, there is another thing I would like to add, which is a form of a glitch effect over the entire video. But first of all, let's go ahead and grab a caption template. Now, if I scroll down a bit, here we have some captions. I would like to go ahead with this one right here, okay? So it's going to start applying that particular caption. In the meantime, while it's working on it, I'm going to go to Effects. And I would like to go ahead and look for the glitch effect to make it look like some sort of an advanced technological video, right? Now, of course, it's still working there on the captions. And I would like it to keep them here. So I'm not going to change the position of the captions. I'd like to keep them here in that particular position. Right. Okay, so there's a network error. Let me click again. All right, captions were added. And as you can see them, they're over there. We can make them bigger if we want to, but that wouldn't be necessary. Now let me go ahead over here to video effects. I'm going to click and I'm going to go to glitch. And basically what I'm going to add is a glitch all over the scene. and I call it the simple glitch. Right? It's a very simple glitch, such as this. So if I drag this particular glitch over here, I'm going to drag it across the entire scene, right, from beginning to end. All right, so first of all, let's just place it over there. Secondly, let's go ahead and make sure that we drag it all the way through. And then third, we can also control the range and the filters and the speed to not make it alter the quality of the video. Right? You can see the glitch over there, but it's not altering the quality of the video because you can manipulate these details, lower them. Now here, when it comes to effects as well, I would like to go ahead to effects and go to opening and closing effects. I would like to add an opening effect and a closing effect. The opening effect is going to be none other than the TV on. I'm going to place it right over here. And of course, I'm going to have to go ahead and zoom in. And I'm going to have to make sure that I decrease the size of this in order for it not to be huge. And I'm going to have to zoom out. And I'm going to go for TV off. So this is TV on. Right? I think that this is TV on. And this is TV off. So I'm going to drag TV off right over here at the end of the video. And if you notice, there's a lot of people that are using the same strategy to get some people to sign up to their emails by using the same strategy that I'm teaching you right over here. First of all, let me just zoom in. Second of all, let me go ahead and make sure that I just place this exactly where I want it. And I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I crop until just a tiny bit over there. And now that we have our video ready, we can go ahead and basically download it. Right? So now the video is ready. You can add the music to it. We can add an audio music so that we can make it look a bit more serious, so that people can take it more seriously. Music adds, I would say, a taste to the video. Might be interested for you to go ahead and add some music. So I'm going to go ahead to music, and I'm just going to go ahead and search for, let me go ahead and search for a trading music or some kind of exciting music. I'm going to actually go ahead and just look for trading music. I'm not sure what I'm going to find, but I'm just going to go ahead and try to find something that I can use. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it does the job. All right, so here, as you can see, loading resources. Let me click on this. I don't like it. Let's try this one. I don't like it either. So what I'm going to go ahead and look for, I'm going to look for secret. Instead of that, I'm going to look for some secret music to make it look like it's, I would say, a type of music that is secret, that is more of a, let's see, not this one. I like this one. So I'm actually going to go ahead and drag it. It's not going to fit the entire video, but it's okay if it just fits just the first part of the video. The video is short anyways. And now if we listen to this.
Tired of losing money on trades? Discover the secret to never losing a trade again. Our expert.
As you can see, the music is good. I'm just going to go ahead and lower it a little bit more. And now we're ready to go ahead and export this particular music or particular video. So I'm going to click on the export button over here. And I want to export this as a particular trailer for, particularly in this case, a trading funnel, right? So a funnel, let's just say you're working in CPA, you're getting paid for everyone that you make or everyone that signs up to an email address or signs up with their email address. So here I'm going to download this in my downloads, and I'm going to name it Trading Trailer. I can go to download, select folder. There you go. And I can go ahead over here and say, double click. I go to Trading Course Trailer. And there you go. I'm going to export, and that's it. Pretty much done. Now that we've created this video, the only thing that's left for us is the next lecture to actually go ahead and watch the video. And I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and transform this video into a TikTok format video if you're interested in that. So stay tuned. For Passive Income Gen Z, wishing you the best and signing out. Hello there and welcome. In this video, we're going to go ahead and watch the video that we have created together.
Tired of losing money on trades? Discover the secret to never losing a trade again. Our expert training shows you exactly what to trade and the right moves at the right time. No more guessing, no more losing. Learn the secret trading skills that make all the difference. And here's the best part. Get free access to our AI-powered trading course. Sign up now and start winning.
All right, that was pretty awesome. Now, how do we turn this into a TikTok format? Well, you just click here on the ratio inside of CapCut transform it into 9 by 16 instead of what it was. And eventually, the only thing that is going to be required of you is to select all of these particular videos all at once and make sure that you, first of all, when you start scaling them, make sure they're exactly at the center, and then you can scale them uniformly like this and keep scaling. And as you can see right now, the video is now a short, right? And one of the other things that you can do is you can select the captions, and you can change the caption template to something else, such as, for example, the quick or some other type of caption. For example, if I choose this particular type of quick caption, only shows one word at a time. It's not going to show a line of words. It's only going to show one word at a time, which is pretty compatible because one word at a time is better than showing a lot of words at a time when it comes to this type of format. And you can position this a bit to the center. And now, guess what? We can watch this.
Tired of losing money on trades? Discover the secret to never losing a trade again.
It looks pretty good, and you can also export this as a project. So hopefully you've enjoyed this course so far. We wish that you have mastered how you can use AI accompanied with CapCut to create incredible videos. Trust me that this is a skill that you can use for the most part for affiliate marketing, CPA marketing. You can use it to promote your own courses. Trailer creation is a big thing. You can create a video, but it's a short video, but it has a big impact because it communicates a specific message. And there's a lot of people in need for such skills. And you can go either way. You can either freelance or become an entrepreneur with this skill. It depends on you. So wishing you the best as always, Passive Income Gen Z, wishing to see you in our next work. Go ahead and make sure that you practice and make sure that you complete all the lectures. And if you didn't understand something, revisit the lectures so that you can understand that. Stay tuned and wish you the best.